What's up, San Antonio Spurs fans, Houston Rockets fans? Welcome to TSR Sports, where tonight we will be doing a live play-by-play reaction scoreboard. Have some fun, see a Spurs win. I want to thank you all for being here, being a part of the channel. Selena Gomez, welcome. You are looking fine as usual. Thank you for being here. And I'm excited. It is another battle for Texas, and hopefully this game starts more in time than the last time our Spurs played, i.e. Wednesday night, when that game started late, went late, and I'm hoping we have a normal Friday night here. And thank you if you are hanging out with us here on a Friday night. Appreciate you. Second game of the year. I expect Wemby to have a much better game. He had some foul trouble the other night. I don't expect that to happen. Well, I don't want that to happen again. I'm sure you guys don't either. Let me get everything set here. Everybody's up and running, and we'll talk to the chat while we wait for the game to start. It is on League Pass or your local network if you live in Texas. Good evening, KO5. Thank you for stopping in. Wemby 22-7, 4-3. Yeah, that's about right. I think you do that. Jason, good evening. This will be fun as I'm going to watch this until the Mavs Nets game starts. Alrighty. Ricardo, thank you for stopping in. It would be nice to get a win, get back to 500. Spur of the moment. Good evening to you. Roswell, I'm watching it on NBA League Pass. I don't know where else it is. Daniel Bear, good evening to you. Glazing Bacon, good evening. Silver's just called Wemby. He's just tall. Okay, well, we clearly need to get a win then in regards to that. Yes, Wemby's teammates definitely need to get him the ball a lot more. LJ, yeah, I agree 100%. Attention, new videos. This is live. New viewers. Thank you for stopping and announcing that, Zach. Zach, I'm hearing some rumors that Daniel Jones, I think I'm hearing actually he's not going to play Sunday. I'm hearing a little light talk now that his career might be in trouble. Second neck injury in his career that's cost him time. I mean, I don't want to see the dude have anything permanent. I mean, say love him or hate him, I don't wish anything bad on him. And yeah, if it comes between walking and playing football, walking, of course, always going to come first. Dogshi, good evening to you. Well, Jason, I get that. I mean, I don't think as a Spurs fan you can really be excited about the Rockets or the Mavericks and root for them. By the way, we did a slight channel change. What do you guys think? I put a little like and subscribe and ring the bell thing there because I tend to say hit the thumbs up a lot, but I forget to say subscribe while we're doing it. While we're doing the announcements on the channel, I should be saying like and subscribe, but it always goes over my head for whatever reason. And I'm pretty tall, so it shouldn't be going over my head, but it is. And my girlfriend said, "Hey, like and subscribe, buddy. Like and subscribe." And I was like, you know what? Since I forgot to do that, I'm gonna put it right here. Plus, it covers up me a little more, which is a good thing. Jason, all good, man. All good. Everybody's welcome here. I always say that. Whether you're a Mavs fan, Lakers fan, Red Sox fan, you're all welcome. But as Spurs fans, I don't have a problem with the fan base, of course. We're just not going to like the teams. Don't begrudge the Mavericks or Rockets in any way. Just, I got to root against them when they're playing my team for obvious reasons. Tyler Terry is the official starter for the time being. The Giants doctors recommend shutting him down for the season for his safety. I would agree with that. I mean, it's already a lost season. What are they, 2-4, 2-5? I can't. They're not even showing the Giants anymore in my area. Like, they've just totally given up and stopped showing them. Good evening, Phil. I was supposed to be at the game tonight, but I gave my ticket to my old boss. So shit. Well, Phil, that is really nice of you. Thank you for stopping in tonight. Jordan, my day was good. I got a very busy weekend this weekend. I'm excited about it. I got the Spurs tonight, as you guys know, because we're here hanging out. I got a comic book thing tomorrow morning. It's really gonna be nice out here in Connecticut. So I'm gonna do a bike ride, spend the afternoon with my girlfriend, ride my bike back home. She's about 12 miles away, so it's a nice, little workout. And then I got game night tomorrow with friends. Then I got a comic book show. I had a comic book inventory sale warehouse I'm going to tomorrow morning, and then actual comic book show on Sunday. And then we got the NFL. I started working on the next song for our channel. It's not a Spurs song. It's a New York Giants suck song. And I'm having a lot of fun with it, and hope to have that up maybe in a couple weeks-ish, maybe sometime in November. David Lee, good evening to you. It's just very pro Spurs for this match because I just hope... not a fan of Dylan Brooks, huh? Oh, wait, I just figured it out. Never mind, get it. Greetings from Colombia, Vincent. Hopefully you're doing well. It is a good weekend. It's gonna be a fun weekend. And I'm seeing my aunt and uncle probably on Sunday afternoon. So it's going to be a very full weekend. And then we have the Spurs against Sunday night, I believe. The Clippers? Are we playing Cry Leonard Sunday night? I think that is Sunday night at like 9 o'clock. So Yeah, I'm going to have like no free time on the weekend, but I like it. I like staying busy and I like spending time with good company, good people, such as yourselves, my lady, my family, my comic book friends. It's going to be a lot of fun. 2-5. I couldn't remember if you're 2-4 or 2-5, Zach. Only a game and a half back. I mean, if Tyrod Taylor plays really well and the defense has really turned it around the last 2 weeks, they could win some games. This season's not over, but they're going to have to do a lot of winning, and I don't have a lot of faith, I have no faith in the offense right now. Good day, the Pussycats. Thank you for stopping in. Shout out from Portland. It is a busy weekend. Victor Wembanyama is in the chat. Wemby, I'm hoping for big things from you tonight. I thought you were good in spurts in the first 3 quarters. I hope the Spurs get you more involved in the game than they did Wednesday night, because you showed in that 4th quarter you can take over a game if given the opportunity. Joe Gagnon, good evening. Hello from Genova. Jeez, Italy. I want to stay up at almost 2 a.m. Good grief. That's one thing I was thinking. There's going to be a lot of, I assume, French viewers for the really first time on this channel. And I don't know how far they are ahead of us in America. I'm in the Eastern time zone. Well, I guess it'll be the same, whatever time zone you're in. There's going to be that many hours difference. But I think they're like 5 or 6 hours ahead. So it could be, a lot of these Spurs games are going to be late. Dylan Brooks talking that much just to average 7.4 turnovers. Fair? We need to have less contact. Yes. He needs to stay out of foul trouble. Good evening, Cowboy X Factor. Good evening. Hey, you know what? You guys got us. The Mavericks have really had the Spurs number the last few years. So, yeah, it is what it is. In my video yesterday, I mentioned that the Mavericks have 2 All-Stars, one of them being an NBA champion, at least 2 that I know of. There's another player on the roster that's been on an All-Star team. I'm forgive me, I don't know the roster from top to bottom. And the Spurs are clearly in a rebuild and a young team. So to be able to hang with them and really just, Kellen got a little careless at the end there. And if the Spurs do a few things differently in that game, they could easily win it. So this is going to be a type of season, I think, we're going to have a lot of games like that where we're going to hang in there and we're going to get close to winning the game, but we're just going to fall a little short. And that's okay, because this is, I know some Spurs fans say 50 wins playoffs. Hey, if that happens, great. I'm all on board. But this year, I think, is really going to be about developing the team and getting the best out of all the players and putting Wemby in the position to be the best Wemby that he can be. Cheers to you, old mate. July 26th, who's out? I don't know of anybody that's out for the Spurs. I didn't see anybody on the injury report. I haven't looked at it in a while. Renata, good evening to you. How do you feel the Spurs system fitting with Victor's play style? It didn't really work Wednesday night. Papa's a brilliant coach. They'll make adjustments. They'll make it work. I could say goes for results since you all don't play. Well, you can say. You can say that. Victor's about 7-4. 7 hours ahead in Italy. Oh my. Lama YT, good evening to you. No Lakers? Not tonight. Daniel Jones is going to miss another. Cowboy X Factor, we were just talking about this about 5 minutes or so before he came in. There's talk about him being shut down for the season. He's 26 years old. This is his second neck injury in his career. Giants are 2-5, so likely not going anywhere. I wouldn't be shocked if they shut him down and just let Tyrod Taylor play the rest of the year. I did not know that, Joel. I did not know that. Thank you. Derek Lively really did look great. You guys got something special, Mavericks fans, if he keeps playing like that. Oh, man, take a look at my life. Ian, good evening from the Philippines. I do not want James Harden on our team. I want to say no, no, and no. By the way, if you have not hit that thumbs up, please do so. It's fast, free, fun, nutritious, and delicious. It does help the channel. And if you are not subscribed already, make sure you hit the old subscribe and ring that bell to know when we go live, because we're going to be going live pretty much for every San Antonio Spurs game this season. The goal is to call at least 78. You may say, why TSR 78? That's a weird number, because, the channel number is actually 69, so why 78? Well, we did, I think, like 12 games between the Summer League and the preseason, so the goal is to have at least 90 live streams for the whole year. Now, if we can do all 82 games, we'll give it a shot. However, life might happen, nature might find a way, and things may happen where we're not able to get to a game, and I see something yellow over there, so let's take a look at that. Paul, the $10 super chat, thank you very much. He says, dear work as always, but I think meant great work. I'm pretty sure he meant great results. I appreciate that, Paul. I get hit with... My goodness, auto auto check or auto correct and fixing the spelling things. I don't get hit with it too much on my phone, but that's special somebody in my life, and I know she's watching. Man, she gets hit all the time with words changing into something else that she doesn't want to, and she's going so freaking fast, and then hit send. She doesn't proofread it, which I hope she continues not to do so because it makes for funny conversations once in a while. Jacques Lindell's out tonight. I did see Jacques Lindell's out, and somebody else is out for the Rockets. I think they have 2 or 3 players out. So the Rockets have a couple bench players missing. I think the Spurs are 100%. But Tiny Jack, yeah, I wish him the best of luck. I wish any former Spurs, for the most part, best of luck. I don't wish injuries on any of them, for the record. But if some of them don't win any games, I'd be okay with that. Dazo, I would be okay with the Ben Simmons thing only if we are giving up very little. Very, very little. And I would be willing to take a flyer on him for a year or two and see if we can get him back to the all-star player he once was in Philly. But we'd have to maybe like a draft pick. It would not have to be much. And definitely not one of our core 4. And for me, the core 4 is Wemby, Keldon, Devin, and German. Trade Keldon for... Good evening, Yusuf. Good evening to you. No, July 26th. To be honest, I don't like how some fake Spurs fans already claim the Spurs are holding Wemby back. They don't understand. You know, there's been a lot. I'm part of the 2 Facebook groups, and the negativity after that loss. I mean, I was unhappy we lost. Would I like to have Victor come out and have a better game? Of course. Would I like to see Keldon not turn the ball over at the end and Jeremy miss all those shots at the rim? Of course, but it's just talking about already benching people or trading people. Like, slow down. Slow down. I mean, my goodness. But that's, a lot of fans are like that. And not necessarily Spurs fans, but NBA fans in general sometimes. If a high draft pick has an okay game or they have a bad game, they're immediately like bust in season 1. It's like, hey, give them a chance to, let's get the full body of work here. Autocorrect had Grant Williams as Greg Williams. Well, then there you go. Are they going to get Wemby the ball tonight? I hope so. By the way, tip-off is probably in about 10 minutes. I'll continue to chat with you guys until we get the game on. Albert, yes. I got to work early again today. It was beautiful out. I didn't actually do anything outside, though. I was so tired. I ended up gaming after work for about an hour or so and then just laid down and fell asleep for maybe an hour and 15 minutes, an hour and a half, and I feel much better. But that Wednesday night game really took a lot out of me, and I didn't get much sleep last night. And I'm feeling much better. Thank you. You want Harden on the Spurs? Outside, yes, I am seeing that, Granada. Outsiders saying they see jealousy on the roster, but I'd hate to think that is, what our guy. I mean, anybody with half a brain on the Spurs roster knows that Wemby is now the future of the team. He is the guy. And for anybody to sit there and think, well, I don't care if he's the guy, I'm going to get mine, and I'm going to prove otherwise and prove I'm the guy. I don't think everybody has that mentality. The Spurs have excellent mentors, retired players that I'm sure that players could talk to if they were feeling any type of jealousy. David Robinson being the biggest example. This was David Robinson's team, an MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, perennial All-Star. And when Tim Duncan got drafted, David passed the torch. And Tim became the main guy on offense. David probably still had a few good years left, and we saw it in Duncan's 3rd season when he went down with a knee injury, and David was picking up the scoring at the end of the season, that he still had that ability to be a 20-plus points per game guy. But with Tim here, he didn't need to do that. He's like, this is Timmy's team now, and I'd like to think all our guys on our team are like that as well, that they're going to see Wemby like, this is now the guy, and that's all I got there. That was much longer than I expected. My hope is that every Spurs starting player outperforms. You really don't like Dylan Brooks, Jason. What about Zach Collins, Angie? Good evening to you, by the way. I missed some stuff in the chat, so I'm going to try to go through it real quick here. Oh, Devontae Graham is out with a suspension. That's true. The generation of Spurs fans are more bandwagoners. I don't know if I want to say bandwagoners. I think fans today follow players more than teams. Like you have LeBron James fans, per se. I have a friend that he was a Cavs fan, then a Heat fan, then a Cavs fan, and I haven't talked to him in a while, but I'm sure he's a Lakers fan now. The people follow players, not teams necessarily, and that's, you know what? I mean, that's their decision. Who might have judged how you follow the NBA? I mean, we're going to probably get a lot of fans coming to these live streams to the channel because of Wemby. And my girlfriend made a good point. She said, David Robinson was a gateway to the Spurs for you. Wemby's probably going to be the gateway to a lot of fans, not only to the Spurs, but maybe even just the NBA. The Giants' schedule is Jets, Raiders, Cowboys, the Commanders, I always forget their freaking name, and the Patriots. That Jets defense is going to light us up, Zach. I'm worried. Boban is on the Rockets, former San Antonio Spur. Kelman is envy of victory, needs to understand that Wemby is the man now. I hope Kelman's not. I just gamed by myself, Cowboy X Factor, because I gamed at like 1 p.m. today. If I stay up like past 1 through 3 every once in a while, it's okay, but I can't. Well, I'm 46, man. I really can't do it. Yeah, exactly, KL. I'd like to think nobody does. It's a team thing, not a me thing. Game plan should be. I missed it. I'm getting so far behind in the chat because I've been yapping a lot. More Wemby fans and Spurs, more Wemby fans and Spurs fans, possibly. A must-win game already. All I'm saying, this is Wemby's team. Anyone else can be traded. That's fair, TG. I mean, I don't want to see anybody get traded per se. I think Bill McDermott gets traded this season before the All-Star break. But it is Wemby's team. And if the team has to choose between Wemby or Kelvin or Vassell or Jeremy, it's going to be Wemby. Unless somehow he becomes a total bust, which I don't see that happening. We need a Wemby poster dunk this game. Yes, that would be awesome. And I did not see the Bucks game. I see if you were talking about it. Absolutely, Reyes. Absolutely. We are a Spurs channel, which you all probably figured out. It doesn't take much to figure it out. I do find it cute, and I try not to be sarcastic. But when somebody comes in and it's obviously a new viewer, and they say, "So who's your team?" And it's kind of like, unless they're a very young NBA fan, which is possible, and they don't know Spurs, they don't know Robinson, they don't know Duncan, they don't know Ginobili, they don't know that. I mean, still the colors might give it away, but it's, maybe they don't know, and that's okay. Doug McDermott and Devontae Graham for Ben Simmons. I would do that. That curve, nice. Wemby says he'll get a triple-double tonight. Are you seeing the Spurs broadcast? Which, yes, I do see Sean Elliott Billion on my TV on the NBA League Pass. So, yes, I do see it. Bucks and Bills game ended with Buffalo getting away with a win against Tampa like they did against... I didn't watch that one. What was I doing? Oh, I remember what I was doing. I did not watch that game last night. Celtics down by the 12. Celtics, it may take time for that roster to mesh. Everybody's labeling with championship team right away, but it may take a little time for them to all kind of become a cohesive unit. Kerm, that is actually happening. That one of the persons in the chat has graciously said that when they go to a Spurs game on November 12th, they're going to pick up a Wemby jersey and send it to me. I said, you don't have to do that because that is just, very as beyond generous. And they said, nope, they're doing it. And I said, okay. So what I'm doing, though, for our channel and for me as well, but what one thing that's missing from up there, you guys know what's missing. I'm currently shopping for a Tony Parker jersey, a black one. You guys have graciously been very generous with the super chats the last few games, so I'm going to use that to buy the Tony Parker jersey, which we'll put right there where the Go Spurs Go jersey is, and then when it arrives, Wemby will go here, and I'll probably flip-flop between wearing Kelman's jersey and Wemby's jersey. I'm not wearing any jerseys right now because it's still kind of warm here in Connecticut. As we get more into mid to late November and December, it's going to start getting a little chilly in my house, even though I have the heat on, and that's when I definitely will be able to wear a Spurs jersey, not sweat my butt off. Design plays would be great. Absolutely, Jedi. Make sure Ricky Lombardo and Jim don't get what? The Giants end on a Hail Mary in which Mayfield just here to turn around. It was looking at the game. The game ended. I didn't. Oh, really? Oops. Wemby isn't mature enough to be an assistant, and before that, they should just shut the F up. Well, I mean, they're not going to get Wemby the ball every play, but there were some mismatches I think that his teammates may have missed him on. Rui, I don't think Blake Wes will have any type of success this season. I think he's going to spend a lot of time in the G League. Get a great Spurs jersey, Rich. I want to go kind of more with the black scene because Duncan's obviously the centerpiece of the San Antonio Spurs franchise right now. Wemby may pass him, maybe not. So I have the white jersey here, and then we're going to have I have him next to Robinson. So we have the Twin Towers right here, and then with Ginobili and Parker in the back with the black jerseys, then we'll have obviously the big three. That's kind of what I'm going for there, and then current player over here. Spurs fan, I get asked that a lot. Christian, vamos Spurs, vamos. People say, wait a minute, you're a Spurs fan in Connecticut. What's that about? And I grew up in New England, in Massachusetts, and I grew up in a New York household. So New York Giants, New York Yankees. Those are my football and baseball teams, respectively. Spurs obviously don't fit into that at all. Nobody was a basketball fan, really, when I was growing up in my household. So I decided to pick my own team when the NBA started interesting me. I discovered David Robinson. Actually, the weird thing, how I discovered him was I was looking for basketball cards, and he was on the box of 89-90 hoops, the gray bordered ones. And I was like, oh, he's got the rookie thing. He must be good. And I pulled his card and look at it, and it's remember like, all right, I guess I'll start following this guy. And next thing you know, I'm watching the Spurs halfway through the 1990 season and been a Spurs fan since. So my gateway to the Spurs was David Robinson. He's my favorite athlete of all time, will probably always be my favorite athlete of all time. A legit great guy on the court and off the court. A real role model. A great, no, the Pussycats. I'm not getting a Kawhi jersey. I will never, ever, ever, ever buy a Kawhi Leonard jersey. The only way a Kawhi jersey is making it here, and I'm not suggesting do this, is if a viewer sends one to the channel. I am not purchasing a Kawhi Leonard jersey. And if that does happen, for the love of God, please let it be at least a Spurs jersey. Nobody, please do not send this channel a Clippers or a Raptors jersey. And somebody's already trolled saying, maybe I'll send you a Ray Allen jersey one day. Please don't do that. I'll use that to wipe my butt. Hard to believe a trading box made, it did. It introduced me to the player, and then I started grabbing other Spurs players from the card, Sean Elliott and Rod Strickland and Willie Anderson, Terry Cummings. I just started collecting the team. I know it's a weird way to become a fan, but in 1990, there was no internet. The Spurs one, it's very different now, where if you're interested in something, you can just go online and look it up. I had to look, find out the teams through basketball cards, through Beckett basketball card monthly price guide when they had the Spurs in there, Sports Illustrated, and then watching the games on TV. But good, and then reading them in my local newspaper, just which usually be a box score, and that's it. Send TSR a James Harden and Ben Simmons jersey. No, don't do that. What about a Giants Kawhi Leonard jersey? Good evening, Mr. Scott Crotch. No. We got that many people in here already, the spur of the moment. If you have not hit the thumbs up, then I didn't realize we had a good crowd in here. I thought maybe we had like 50 people in here. I can't see it. But that's awesome. So if you guys not hit the thumbs up, please do so. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, we have a wonderful San Antonio Spurs community. This is primarily San Antonio Spurs channel with some NBA content on the side and occasional music content because I'm a musician, but it is sports-related music content. I will only sing about sports on the channel, nothing else. And we just put up a San Antonio Spurs video that I was really happy about with Wemby singing. If you haven't watched it yet, Wemby is singing. And New York Giants songs next with a future Spurs song after that. That's already got the music recorded. And then at some point, hopefully in the next few months, I get that Slaughter to Prevail cover done. No, Eagles! My prediction, pain. If you wonder why I say that, watch Rocky 3. Do you think Wemby will beat Doncic's rookie season of 21-8-6? He's not going to average 6 assists per game. I could see him averaging close to 21. I actually think his rebound numbers are going to be a little under that, Jason, simply because he hasn't shown to be a great rebounder. I know he's got the height, but a lot of times on defensive stops, at least in the summer league or the preseason, he was heading off down the offensive end on a fast break. He's not banging a lot in the paint, which the Spurs obviously don't want him to do. I think the Spurs would rather Jeremy, Zach, and Keldon be the primary rebounders for the team. So I don't think he'll get 8. And I do think he's going to be a little under 21 because he's going to be on a minutes restriction. I don't think the Spurs want to see him play more than 28 to 30 minutes a game. So a little under the 21, 8, and 6. But I do think he's going to average more than 3 blocks a game this year. Rich Lovely. That's just mean. Over under 20 points. I'm going to go over, Jedi. I do not like I dislike the Eagles. I hate the Red Sox. It is not on NBA TV, Dylan. It's on the League Pass. No NBA TV tonight. And when is who going again? Oh, when am I going? Oh, when am I going to watch the Spurs in San Antonio again? Tickets are ridiculously expensive. My trip last year was also pretty expensive. It cost me with the tickets about $2,000. So it's not something I'm probably going to do on a regular basis because it is not cheap to come out there. I might try to get out at the end of the season where the Spurs will probably likely be eliminated from the playoffs and the tickets might be cheaper and maybe try to catch the last game or two. It's up in the air. My girlfriend's also said she wants to come out there. So we'll see what happens. I see one of your shows, are people really talking about trading Kellen? Yes. Especially the Facebook group. A lot of people are saying trade him. That's like, extra smooth, dude. All right, no pro sports sound good. The players are on the court, and away we go. And a fight for the jump ball, and it's finally going to go out of bounds off Jabari Smith Jr., and it'll be Spurs ball. Right the carrot. Yeah, Rui, it's that's a long drive from my house in Connecticut. And I would have to take a lot of extra time off, so that's probably not going to happen. Spurs ball. See if we can get the first bucket of the game. Zach Collins thinks about a three, pulls it down, gets it into Wemby in the post. Wemby double teamed. Double teams off him. Wemby still in the post. Pull up jumper over Sengun. Go. There we go. I'm not an Eagles fan. Don't be spreading rumors or lies in the chat, my friends. Three Beards, good evening. Not an Eagles fan. I will go grab my Eli Manning jersey right now. And mini Eli Manning, who's in my closet. And my giant Super Bowl shirts that are in my bedroom. Maybe not right now, at halftime. I am not an Eagles fan. That's not even funny. Van Fleet will get into Sengun. And Sengun with the bucket in the paint. 2-0. Go Spurs, goes right. Sohan out on three-point land. Over to Zach Collins. Collins going to launch the three. No good. I think Zach was like 0 for 4 from beyond the arc Wednesday night, so I'm glad he's letting them slide. It sucks they're not going in. And we got the rosters up. We do have the rosters up. A miss singing with the rebound. Ball's going to go out of bounds. It's going to stay with Houston. And ESPN screwing me again. They got somebody's number wrong because I go to their website to pull players' numbers. And one of the starters, numbers not matching what I'm seeing. The carpet's still matching drapes here, my friends. We have a drive, and Dylan Brooks going to get fouled. He goes into the paint. Must win. It's game number 2. I remember you did a video on Cowboys and Sequel thought. Oh, that's right. I said I was quitting being a New York Giants fan. I was now a Cowboys fan. Good evening, Mars. I was not the case. Mickey, good evening. And now a turnover by the Rockets. ESPN and Jalen Green listed as 32 on their website. He's number 4. Oh my! Why do I use ESPN? Why do I use ESPN? Here's what I think about ESPN. Sucker! Seriously, for real. Down south bar right now. Pull up mid-range jumper is in and out. Burger fight for the board, and the Rockets will get it. 2-all. 1.5 minutes already through the game. Both offenses are struggling, and now a turnover by the Rockets. Both offenses. Whoops. Double suck it. And if they're going with their 5 best players right now, Rebats, we got to give it time. We're gonna have some growing pains with it. Oh, local broadcast. Yes, if you have League Pass and it's a local broadcast, it will not be shown for you. Wemby with the baseline turnaround. Jay back rim, no good. Nice move. Couldn't get it to convert. Rockets on the run. And an alley-oop is broken up by You Don't Mess with the Sohan. And Jeremy will bring the ball for the Spurs. Get to Devin Vassell. Vassell will drop it off to Kellen with the alley-oop to Wemby. And boom, shakalaka. There we go. That's a little thunder dunk justice, my friends. That's what we've been asking for. Little alley to the oop. And we have a timeout for the Rockets. Good evening from Germany. Kurt Mar, thank you for stopping in. Spurs fans since 2017. Tucker's Sunshine Station, thank you for stopping in. Trey Jones looks good as a point guard off the bench. He played pretty well Wednesday night and even hit a couple threes. Like Noah Sports, good evening to you. Ain't no one tanking. We just win. No, we are not tanking. Definitely not. Vic Wembanyama giving himself the clap. This is already better than versus Mass. Alex, good evening to you. And go, Spurs, go to everybody. Appreciate y'all hanging out here on a Friday night. If you are new to the channel, this is a San Antonio Spurs community YouTube channel. But everybody's welcome. We have some, we have Mavericks fans in the chat, Lakers fans, even Red Sox fans and Eagles fans are welcome. I mean that, you're of course welcome. And we have a lot of fun here, hanging out for the Spurs games, do occasional other NBA videos, do a lot of NBA shorts here and there, and also sports music because, well, I'm a metal musician and I like to share that part of my life with you all. Sean Elliott is in all of us. Sean with the greatest shot in Spurs history. And not the greatest, at least one of. That is a law pass we needed. Spurs fans ever since 2023. Hey, better late than never, Alex. Thank you for joining the club. Isn't the coach from the Rockets that guy who cheat? Well, I'll let the chat address that. I stay away from that stuff. But yes, if you guys could like and subscribe, that would be great. I would appreciate it. Thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and hopefully a fun game tonight. Hopefully a really fun game. Actually, can we get to 50 thumbs up? I don't know where we are. Oh, we're already there. Can we get to 100 thumbs up? Let me rephrase that. We're close to 69. I'm just saying, we're close to 69. Not that that number means anything. No, that's a channel number. I heard Cowboy X Factor is a huge Eagles fan. If he's still here, he ain't gonna like that. Because he's obviously a Cowboys fan. Sean was so frustrated when he started the show and demanding the ball. Oh, wasn't he? I saw in the interview with Pop where they're kind of joking around and he asked Pop, did you do anything interesting this summer? Pop's like, yeah, I went fishing or did something. And obviously he's joking around about the draft. Wemby should spend more time offensively and defensively around mid-range, not perimeter. I would agree. Probably should have been a little higher, Fonz wins, but it worked. Can we get a Macho Man? Oh, yeah. Oh, you want a soundbite? I don't have any sound bites on hand, William Jumi. But I don't have any sound bites available. I don't have anything on my computer. I'd have to go down, look for it, and download it, and that would obviously distract me for what I'm doing right now. So I don't want to do that. That's a miss. Sohan with the rebound as I was looking at the chat. Wemby will bring it up for the Spurs. He's going to take a long three. Ooh, In-N-Out Burger. Yes. Thunder Dunk of Justice is a little something that we came up with on this channel. One night, Jakob Poeltl threw it down, and I was always yelling at the TV and all of us were yelling at him to dunk the ball more. That jumper's good by, oh boy, Dylan Brooks. Sorry to those in the chat rooting against Dylan Brooks. And finally, he just dunked, and I just yelled Jakob Poeltl with the Thunder Dunk of Justice came out of, just made it up on the fly. And now we got, of course, a little Thunder animation. Sohan for three. An In-N-Out Burger for him. So the shots are close, but they're not quite going in for the good guys in black. Brooks with the ball right now. One-on-one with Wemby. Step back three. Off the rim, no good. The game, he's here. He's here. Devin Vassell way out three-point line. I don't think Devin's taken a shot yet tonight. Or maybe I actually think he took a mid-range and missed it. Wemby for another three. He wanted a foul, didn't get it. Brooks going to drive in the paint. He wanted some contact, not going to get it. You know what? The refs are going to let him play tonight. Good. Let them play. There's been too many damn whistles in the preseason and in the season opener. Wemby going to take off, gets into the paint, and he will get fouled as I'm talking about the lack of fouls. Well, Mark, good evening to you. Chewy. Do you mean Chewbacca? Hoodie, good evening to you. Jakob was a good player. Not a franchise center, but he was definitely a quality center and a starter. And has played in Toronto well, as far as I know. Wemby has shot almost as much as last game, right? Feels like it. His free throw hits the back rim, the front rim, and then down the pipe. World Series update 0-0, bottom of the first. Okay. Ellie Van, don't know how many he has of yet. He had a alley-oop dunk, and he just hit a free throw, so I think he has three. He missed a second free throw. I think he has 3 points. Rose City, I'm a huge fan of that, too. That's the NBA, though. It's not even the Spurs. That's everybody. They just jack up these three-pointers and just walk it up, three-pointer, walk it up, three-pointer. Jeremy Sohan called for the foul. Molly Go Spurs go to you, and you're welcome, Ellie Van. Fred VanVleet will get it into the Rockets. Spurs up 5-4 with 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Jalen Green way out on three-point lane guard by Devin Vassell. Jalen, little crossover. Drops off to Schengen, back to Jalen. Long mid-range jumper. Good. Rockets take a lead, 6-5. It really is, JC. It's very much a three-point shooting contest. Jeremy takes off, gets to an open Keldon out in three-point land. Three's a little too long. Wemby with the rebound. Wemby turnaround jumper. He kind of forced that one. I don't know if I like that. He got the rebound. I felt he forced that one a little bit. Could have reset the offense. Whatever. At least he's shooting. Schengen with the ball. 1-on-1 Collins. Turnaround Jay. Good. Rockets up 8-5. Thank you, Fred. Appreciate that. Caps lock. Good evening, too. We need Selena power. Okay. Wemby out in three-point land. Looking for a pick and roll with Zach Collins. Wemby with the pick, the roll. Gets it over to Sal for three. No good, man. Our shots are not going down right now. Watching a lot of threes, and none of them are going in. Literally, none are going in. Jalen Green taking another jumper. I think Pop's taking a timeout, and yes, he does. Spurs down 10-5. We do, Selena, get him going here. Get the team going. Victor Wembanyama is a brick city. I think a brick house. It's a brick. Hey, he's struggling a little right now, but you know what? I'm not worried. He's going to have games. I mean, it's also the second game in the first quarter. We saw him struggle with foul trouble all night Wednesday night and then come out and score, 9 points in a couple minutes? So, not worried about it. I think we're doing it with people who aren't established three-point shooters. I mean, our best three-point shooters are probably on the bench right now. But I hope the the starting five will come around. The cream of the crop. Oh, that is an absolutely fantastic classic Macho Man interview. We kept pulling out the little creamers. That was great. That was just, there's a lot of rumors that he was on some stuff back then in the 80s, as a lot of wrestlers were, and he would just try to find random, maybe just go into the break room and saw creamers and came up with this whole interview through that. Why aren't we attacking the rim? I don't know. 2 points is better than 0 points. Dibman, good evening to you. We are at a commercial break, Anthony. Pop called the timeout. They need Pop yelling at them so they can get motivated. Caesar, good evening to you. For anybody that doesn't know what PATFO means, it's Pop in the front office. PATFO. As in Greg Popovich, Spurs head coach. I'm not sure I like the shot selection so far in our opening first quarter. I'm glad to see Wemby getting more involved. And we actually gave him an alley-oop opportunity. But a lot of threes right now, and they're not going in. Ain't he like 77 feet tall? The Blue Beast, he's 7'4". Wemby said, I'm getting as much points before. Okay. I would give up my ability to walk for us to get rid of Zach Collins. Wow. Rose City, that's harsh. No love for Zach Collins. Carlos Jeter, como está mi hombre? Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, it's Fletcher Sis. That's probably what Pop called the timeout. Twitter's already calling Wemby a bust. Is Twitter already the... Should have known. Wemby's got to learn the skyhook. I thought he was talking about learning that, William. Good evening, Odyssey. Ellie, I think they're going to be a either late lottery team, i.e. 13th or 14th pick by standings, or a fringe play-in team. I think it's going to be a fun season. I think we're going to lose a lot of close games like the ones against Dallas. I don't think we're as bad as the NBA analysis have us, where they have us winning 27 games. I think we're going to be, I said the floor is, I think, 38 wins. And the ceiling is 43. I expect us to go about 38 and 44 and just miss the playoffs. Another whistle. That's going to go against the Spurs. Feed Wemby in the post. I'm all... Hey, we got a Rockets fan in chat. SOF. Jules, thank you for stopping in. It does, Mr. Scott Crotch. Him being around the perimeter. Yes. They do now. Fletcher says, the game has changed a lot. Back in the days of David Robinson, Patrick Ewing, Shaquille O'Neal, Hakeem Olajuwon. Bryce Smith Jr. for the three, no good. Zach Collins with the rebound. I think Wemby has come out of the game. Good news is I believe he has 0 fouls. Sohan will drop it off to Osman, who's checking it back to Sohan with the thunder dunk of justice. Nice give and go between the two players. And Osman has really seemed to settle in and find a good roll off the bench for our Spurs. Now, I wasn't big on him when we got him in the offseason, but I think he's going to take Don McDermott's spot. Spurs is a 33-win team. It's still a heck of a lot more than the 22 from last year. No, we're not. We're not tanking. Oh my gosh. No. Whoop, there's more thunder. Carlos, I mean, hopefully I remember you. I'll know it's a wrench. I mean, it's your channel. Your account. You do what you want, my friend. Zach Collins in the paint, finding off against Schengen, gets it off the glass. It's good, and we got a 10-9 game. I was born in San Antonio. My Spurs child here was George the Iceman Garvin. Spurs fan, great player for the Spurs, a legend for sure. A lot of Spurs fans ask, Rich, when are you getting a George Gervin jersey on the wall? To be transparent, I say I never saw him play. It was before my time, so probably not. Dylan Brooks with a terrible three-point shot. The Rockets get the ball back, drive into the paint, and that's another bucket. And they're letting him play a little bit tonight. There's been a lot of contact, and the refs are kind of swallowing their whistles, and I like that. Only one foul on each team. Contact, many whistles, I'll take it. But some of the paint with a thunder dunk of justice, and now the Spurs are attacking the rim. That's Selena Gomez, not the thunder dunk of justice. Oh my gosh. This is what I want to see from the Spurs. We're a young team. It's an athletic team. Attack the rim. And they are now. That's our third dunk of the night. Jalen Green for the long three. You love your rent. You keep your rent if you change your channel name. Any assists going in? Smith. Yeah, assist on this. Zach Collins for three. Nope. Our three-point shooting tonight. There. I do think I just saw a stat. The Rockets have 5 assists to our 2. Smith Jr. for 3. No good. And here's our three-point shooting contest. I see Mavs a 45-win team max this season. Like 45 and 37. I could see that, Jason. Trey Jones checking in for the Spurs. Another handoff after. Yep, a handoff every good play, flexor assist. The old hand. Trey Jones with the ball right now for our San Antonio Spurs. Rockets fans, thank you for stopping in as well. Or just neutral fans of both teams. Thank you for being here. Osmo with the ball. Out to Jeremy Sohan. Sohan with 7 on the shot clock. We're going to have a kickball by the Rockets. 14 on the shot clock. Playmaker, I don't think they're tanking. They just suck. And now Daniel Jones might be shut down for the year. Speaking of the Iceman, he played in my hometown. Roanoke, Virginia. Yep. Phil, I know. Wemby's on the bench, but he's not in foul trouble. Thank goodness. Osmo with the ball. 3-point shot. Go! And be careful in the chat, please. I am watching on my Roku, and generally I'm a little behind you guys, especially if you're watching on cable. So please don't put anything in the chat until my score matches your score, because that 3-point comment in the chat was ahead of me a little bit. So just appreciate just wait until we announce it on the channel, and I appreciate you. Thank you. So with the ball, drives into the paint. Turnaround Jay is good, and those shots were not going down for Jeremy the other night. We know he's better than how he played Wednesday night. Much better. It's Rockets ball. Van Fleet for 3. Okie dokie. Offense is starting to pick up now. Sean Thomas not a fan of either team. Or, I don't know. Sohan in the paint. Turnaround jumper. Good. Jeremy Sohan coming to life here. Wemby's on the bench right now, Charles. Not with foul trouble, though. Ellie, I hope you're right. DJ, I mean, I've said this before. I think they're going to limit his minutes to 20 to 30 of the game, and they probably want to save him more for the second half. Fred VanVleet way on three-point land. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Drives on Trey Jones. Back in three-point land. Drives again after the pick and roll with Schengen. Over to Schengen. Schengen's going to wheel it around for the open 3. And Tate blows the open 3. Spurs get the rebound. Trey Jones with the ball right now. Bring it up the court with 2.5 minutes to go. Fires it up to Osman. Osman takes off, gets into the paint, wheels over to Zach Collins. Collins can't hold on to the pass out of the turnover for the Spurs. Rockets on the run. Jabari Smith Jr. gets the ball up to Fred VanVleet. VanVleet flies into the paint. He's going to get fouled. Out of control shot. I don't know if that's going to be 2 free throws. 0-2 Rangers mid-2. Thank you, Zach. For any Rockets fans in the chat, the Fred VanVleet move, y'all paid a lot of money for him. Do you think you paid the right amount or overpaid? I tend to lean on the overpaid amount, if I'm being honest. like Wemby's getting ready to maybe check back in. I will be watching 0 of the World Series, Zach. I don't care about either team. I don't. No offense to anybody that's a fan of either team. Wemby is checking back in, so okay. You got a 4-minute break. It's not looking good right now. Can't stand Dylan Brooks. That seems to be the theme of the night. All right, Ellie Van, goodbye. Both free throws good, 2018. Peace out, Rices. Aren't everybody leaving? Did I say something? I've watched a lot of Spurs documentaries. Brandon, pull-up jumper good. All right, what happened? Everybody leave. I don't think I said anything mean, did I? Pull-up J is no good for Amen Thompson checking the game. Spurs ball. Osman way out on 3-point land. Minute 45 to go in the first quarter. Looking to get it Wemby in the post. And the ball's going to be knocked out of bounds by Boban. Former Spur. Boban's in the game. Edmund Neal bust. Yeah, the Ring of the World Series, Jets. I watched some. I haven't watched all of them. No, a few people said goodnight. Of course, it could also be really late where they are if they're over in France. Why not? Go Spurs, go to you. Tucker, go Spurs, go to you. And DJ, I had a great day. 90 likes, Butterfly. Let's get it to 100. Thank you for stopping. Make sure to like and subscribe to join our wonderful Spurs community. And that's a turnover for the Spurs. And now Wemby gets a loose ball, and the Spurs get the ball back. We'll have a new shot clock as well. Minute and a half to go. And 15 seconds on the shot clock. Trey Jones into the paint with the runner. Good. Been a good back and forth game. Wemba Sohan. Is that going to be your new channel name, Carlos? Are you going to change your name to Wemban Sohan? I'm on board with that. Bench points. Rockets 0, Spurs 7. And our bench may have been what cost us the game Wednesday night as Trey Jones gets run over. Offensive foul on the Rockets. Spurs ball. You'll never convince me Osman is better than McDermott. I think he's going to take over. He's younger. Although both players are on an expiring contract. I mean, Dougie's biggest thing is he doesn't play defense. He's great, great off the ball, moving around on offense. Oh, he's not checked in yet. Brandon, pull-up jumper, no good. We have under a minute to go. Spurs up 22-20. 100 likes. Thank you, guys. Appreciate supporting the channel. It is a Rockets ball right now. Tate going to drop the ball off to Jalen Green. Green going to take the step back 3. No good. And I think that's Bassey with the rebound. Trey Jones with the ball. Throws it to Brand. Almost threw it away. Now, Malachi Brand. Actually, you can see he was on the court right now. It's right there. Jones back to Brandon. He's going to take the open 3. There we go. Sweet Malachi. Bum, bum, bum. I think that's his first 3-pointer of the year. Spurs up 25-20. Jalen Green way out on 3-point land. 1-on-1 with Malachi Branham. 10 on the shot clock, or 10 on the game clock. We have a whistle. I'm on the East Coast, DJ. I am in Connecticut. I was going to play defense. Well, YouTube has changed the live things. They now have live ads, and I just left the default settings. You can customize it. I didn't feel like getting into all that. You can make it more aggressive. I didn't want to do that. Green with the long 3. Wow, bank shot, good. Nicely done. 25-23. There was like a little bit left, like 0.6 on the clock when they Spurs just threw in and let the clock run. But Green with a huge bank 3. I'm sorry if they're showing a lot of ads. My girlfriend said she saw like 10 or 12 ads in the last stream. I didn't think it was that aggressive, but I didn't look into those settings at all. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I just left it the way it was and... All right. My name is Carlos Jeter. I'm new. I could turn them off. Thank you, Smith. I mean, I could too, Liam. Llama, but obviously I I don't mind getting Google's money from doing this because I do have, I do pay for the NBA League Pass. I do have to pay for Sling each month now to be able to call Spurs games on ESPN and NBA TV and TNT, or no, ESPN and TNT. And I don't ask for, there are no memberships. I will not do a sponsorship on this channel. Again, I did it once, hated it, and I just don't like sponsors in general. Unless it's a Spurs thing, I would be open to listening to it, the thought, or maybe to the idea. But otherwise, that's not going to happen. So I figured, the ads are the one thing I don't mind getting revenue from for being transparent, and I'd rather not shut ads off. I hope they're not just bombarding with ads. Man, Dylan Brooks is not. You guys do not like Dylan Brooks at all. Mike, an East Coast Spurs fan? Well, that's me too, man. In Connecticut. I think he's going to get 30 minutes a game as the season progresses. 28 to 30. They might just limit him to start the season. Welcome back, Shufrain. Thank you for stopping in. And we are on a commercial break. And yeah, I got to say, the refs tonight, much better than I've seen in the preseason. And I got a bug near my water. Get out of here. The preseason and Wednesday night game between the Spurs and Mavericks, they were calling whistles left and right. And one, it's not fun to talk about free throws in a live play-by-play reaction watch party, whatever you want to call it, but it slows the game down to a crawl. And then, let's say a 2-hour, 15-minute stream becomes a 2-hour, 45-minute stream. Wemby will score today? I'm going to say 18. DJ, that could be possible. And you know what? I see some Go Spurs goes in the chat. Yes, Molly, I've always been under the let them play. Even if it's beneficial to my team, I don't want to see a million fouls called on either side. Spurs should this year tank for a point guard. I believe there's some good point guards in the upcoming draft. My goal is, we play very well, win some games, finish as the 14th worst team in the Western Conference, and almost make the play-in, and then get the number 1 pick overall again, and then become a dynasty for the next decade, winning 5 of the next 10 titles. That's not being too selfish, is it? Boban with the jumper over Bassey. Good. Foremost San Antonio Spurs. Boban Marjanovic with the jumper. They're not that freaking okay. 35 minutes for Wemby. I mean, even no, I don't think he's at 35. Brandon with an ugly runner in the paint. Just missed everything, and now fight for the ball. Bassey's going to go to the floor. He's going to be out of bounds when he touches the ball, though. Charles is kind of... Was Bassey's hair like that Wednesday night? He's got like Devin has, but he has it down instead of up in the air. I like it. Good look for him. Can I give you some Chuck Norris fist? Okay. There are a lot of empty seats there. Dylan Brooks, everybody's favorite player, gets in the paint, gets the layup. I hadn't noticed them easy. There's actually a decent amount of empty seats there tonight. Are people already giving up on the Spurs after one game? Are Friday nights usually empty in San Antonio? Doug McDermott has checked in, by the way, for the Spurs. A long 3 by Wemby's no good. Ball's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be off a rocket. Spurs ball. Breaking news, TSR is the point guard for the Spurs. Okay. She is not Butterfly. She's not here with me tonight. She probably won't be here with me for most of the Spurs games, I'm guessing. Because if she's here, that means she's here. No idea where I was going with that. She's probably spending the night if she's here because the games get over late. And her dog, who you've heard me talking to on the stream a couple times, would need to spend the night too. So it's, plus we work during the week, so it would be like a weekend thing only, like a Friday night or Saturday night. But she's double dog sitting tonight, watching her mom's dog too. Wemby for 3 again. Can we stop with all the 3-pointers? Thank you for asking. You're welcome, Carlos. Why is Slug McDermott out there? That's a turnover for the Rockets. Wemby going to bring up the ball for the Spurs, taking some big old steps. Gets it over to Trey Jones. He's going to launch a corner 3. No good. My goodness, our 3-point shooting is poop. I try not to swear. Sometimes I fail. And Kellen's going to get a blocking foul. Green. Mean Joe Green. Not Jalen Green, the other Green on the team. Going to go to the line for 2. This three-point shooting is driving. He is forcing up some bad shots, flex or assists. The team is forcing some shots. Way too many threes right now, and they're I don't know. What's our three-point shooting? Are we like 1 of 10? She respects my stream. Oh, yeah, Carlos, yeah. She supports TSR Sports. I got a unique one there. She is very much, she's watching right now. She watches every video, she watches every live stream, and she very much supports this channel. I've not always experienced that with other girls I've dated, so yeah, just keep her. Lousy Rockets fans usually hog up a third of the seats. Must be construction night then. Both free throws good. Bada bing, bada boom. 29-25. I want to see one start pump faking. Yes, something. Nice to meet you, JJ Sports Coverage. Thank you for stopping in. If anybody's new still stopping in, this is a San Antonio Spurs and NBA channel. Appreciate you being here. If you're a Spurs fan, make sure you hit the like and subscribe because we have a wonderful Spurs. That's more like it. Down with Sal for three. Everyone. Maybe not taking the three-point shot, but the damn ball going in. Thank you, Victor Wembanyama. Chufan Ahmed, so I have no friends. Didn't you lead with that Wednesday night? What do I say? Let's see how many friends I have. I have 239 friends watching me right now. How many friends would you have watching you on your channel? Just throwing that out there. Guessing the number's less than 2. We have a lot of friends here, and they're a great San Antonio Spurs community. Thank you very much. Fill out the free throw, by the way. We had a tied game. Thank you, Eddie. Appreciate that. This is going to blow your mind. I'm a YouTuber. I have a real job. I own a home, and I have a girlfriend. I know. Devacell to pit with the lamp. Devacell starting to take over the second quarter. That's what I'm talking about. Can't exactly 0. For me, a girl's a keeper if she's willing to sign a prenup. If I said, oh, wow. Well, I don't want to go into that. Long three by the Rockets is no good, but the offense, or sorry, the rebound goes out of bounds. It's going to stay Houston ball. Needs 17.5 from Marcel. 361. Did you bet on it? Saying it's going great. Thank you for stopping in. But I'm sorry, I just think it's funny when trolls come in and they just assume because you're doing YouTube that you're some kind of, that you don't have a life, I guess. I'm very happy with my life. I told you, this has been one of the best years of my life. My job has been going great. Got the bucket for the Rockets in the paint. The YouTube channel's doing, our community is growing. The Spurs got Wemby in the draft. Obviously, my love life is doing great. Wemby with the ball right now. Going to take another 3. What in the hell is going on? Why is Wemby taking all these threes? You put him in timeout? Oh, good, Carlos. Seriously, what? I mean, I'm just at a loss for words. Big man, get in the paint. Do some work. Schengen in the paint, misses the jumper, going to get fouled by Wemby. He'll go on the line for 2. Oh, Kenny, the trolls don't bother me. I like to give it back a little bit. And he usually shuts them up because they're like, well, I'm sitting here alone and do not have any friends. Usually people that ask if you don't have friends are the people that don't have any friends. They're lashing out. So, I should ignore them because they're hurting inside and I shouldn't encourage that hurt. So whatever your name was, I actually forgot what it was. You're welcome here. Chudhead, or what was his name? I don't know. Thank you, 361 Dennis. Thank you, Darren. Appreciate that. Fletcher says, he's having a weird first half. Hello. When me taking these many threes, it doesn't spur the moment. It's got me much love from the Knicks. Sean, thank you for stopping in. Not a Knicks fan myself, but I appreciate you stopping in. Everybody's welcome here to TSR Sports, even the trolls, because they need a place to go to. And it should be Spurs while it is. Happy birthday, Scott. Your reaction to Spurs start craziness threes. Carlos, I can't even. Happy birthday to anybody whose birthdays is in chat. Now they're watching it currently, so it's way better than just checking the box score on ESPN and Rich is annoying like most other P-by-P channels. Thank you, Jack. I missed the bucket while I was reading your comment. That's certainly okay, though. Worth it, but I really appreciate that. Wemby's 2 of 10. Tarles is not what I'm looking for. He's actually out of the game right now. That long three is no good. Devasel's going to grab the rebound. Spurs ball, 8 minutes to go. Leonardo, good evening to you. You're welcome, Scott. Zach Collins with the ball. Gets it to Kelvin. Kelvin starts to take off. Out to Sohan. Sohan back to Zach Collins. Collins going to take off into the paint, into the post. Turnaround jumper in the paint. Tough shot. In and out, Burger. Nice move by Zach, but a tough shot. 33-32. It's been a good back and forth game. And if the Spurs three-point shooting wasn't so poor tonight, we could be up a few points. Fred VanVleet with a quick jumper. Good. 34-33. Charlie Chung, good morning to you, sir. Spurs are on the NBA League Pass for me, and that's another miss for the San Antonio Spurs, as they're just running up and firing shots off and missing them. I need to focus on the TV. Both teams running up and down the court, taking a quick shot. Fred VanVleet with that quick jumper. Spurs ball down by 3. Devin Vassell the ball right now. He's going to take a mid-range jumper. Devin looking good in the second quarter. Trolls welcome. That's right. Trolls are welcome because they, you know what, they need a place too. And you know, I should be nice to them or just ignore them. Because they're my friends too. They just don't know it yet. Fred VanVleet in the paint, out of the paint, turnaround Jay. That was a whole lot of running around, and he made it work. Fred VanVleet, now we got a little back and forth between VanVleet and Vassell kind of going on here. I like it. All right. Jeremy Sohan with the ball right now in the paint. Turnaround Jay. Off the rim, no good. Won the foul, not going to get it. 6.5 minutes to go in the first half. VanVleet with the ball again. One-on-one with Devin Vassell. Drives and turns the ball over. Spurs ball. Vassell will bring it up. Vassell over to Kelvin Johnson. Johnson gets off into the paint. Gets it to Jeremy. Jeremy going baseline. And he traveled. Traveling. Yes, Scott, I would agree. Ramon, it's the other way around, though, in the NBA. They are taking threes way more than they're taking twos a lot of times. My friend told me, my best friend said the Kings game, they took like 102 shots and 51 of them were threes. I think it was the Kings. I hear you, Phil. I hear you. Just be nice to Trolls. They hate that. Okay. How far do you think the Rockets will go this season? Hard to tell, David. They're a young team. On paper, they've got a really good young roster, but you never know how those young rosters are going to mesh. I believe the Rockets got blown out in their first game. So we'll see. If only Chris Paul went... I don't know if I'd want Chris Paul on the roster. I don't... I am the bridge. Thank you. I am the table. You get that reference, thumbs up for me. I watched their first game. They got killed by 36 against... That's right. It was Houston that got smashed by Orlando. Glaze Bacon, I hope he plays better. Spike that, yes, if you could, spike that TSR like the thumbs up looks like this. And also, if you look right here, when it turns blue, that means you hit it. And then subscribe. And I don't know if ringing the bell works because when do you guys get notifications? My girlfriend told me when I upload a video, sometimes she doesn't get a notification for like 4, 5, or 6 hours. Are you guys having that same issue? James Harden just for this year? Oh, JJ, I hope so. Rockets have a top 5 pick the last... Yes, was it the last 4 years? Damn, and they still suck. People think that on you have no friends. They have no idea of how hard you work. Carlos, but I do have... I actually feel very lucky. I haven't made a lot of new friends over the last few years. My buddy Ken, I've known for over 20 years. Actually, I have a different group. There's Ken, Q, 2 Jims. I'm forgetting somebody else. AJ, who I've all known over 20 years. Lloyd, Brad, too, can also be thrown in there. I've got my Magic the Gathering group, which I've known for both 2 people in that group, Carl and Steve, for over 20 years. There's my Virginia friends, Dan, Graham, and Will, who I've known all for close to 15 years now. So I've got a lot of friends I've had for 15 years or more. There's my Friday night game night. I don't get to see him much, but one of them has been on the channel. My buddy Jeff, him, and Bri I've all known for 20 years. So I mean, I've got a lot of long friendships. I'm very thankful for it. I don't know where I'm going with this. And then you guys, whether I've known you for 4 years on the YouTube, 3 years, 2 years, 1 year, or you're new tonight, I truly love being part of the San Antonio Spurs community. And the reason I love it so much is I live in Connecticut. I don't have people to talk to about the Spurs with. You are my community. You are, the people I can talk with and get your thoughts on the team. What do you think's working? What's not working? I love hearing your feedback on the videos. When you comment, whether you're writing a one sentence or you're writing a novel about the topic in the video, I just truly appreciate it. And I love being a Spurs fan. I've been a Spurs fan for 33 years. And, this YouTube channel originally was a multi-sport channel, but just, I think Zach Collins got hit in the jubblies. It's an offensive foul on us, but I truly, truly enjoy doing this with you guys. It's on NBA League Pass, Derek, or on a local channel if you live in Texas. Calvin's not really taking any shots tonight. It kills. Good evening to you. Let's go Rockets. SOF. Thank you for being here. Gufan, hi to you. Or Jufan, if I said that wrong, sorry. I mispronounce things all the time, including players' names. Wemby's having an off night so far, but it's still early. Jalen Green with the long three, no good. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Spurs ball. His three-point shooting percentage, I don't believe, was very good overseas. Wasn't it around 30%, maybe even a little lower? If he can eventually become a 40% three-point shooter, watch out, NBA. We got another whistle. This is on the Rockets. But for the meantime, the shots aren't going in, especially tonight. I am fat. I am PHAT. Thank you. Appreciate that. Is anyone here not a bot? I don't think anybody here is a bot. 28%. Deliza, thank you. I thought it was pretty low. Zach Collins with the ball right now. Another whistle. Wow, the refs all of a sudden, last minute, getting all whistle happy. Annette, I like to see to be a paint assassin. He's 7'4", so he should be doing a lot of work in the paint. Dunking, layups. And a technical on the Rockets. Devin Sell's going to shoot the free throw. 3 Beards is the bot? Okay. Honestly, I didn't think it was. I looked up his overseas stats a long time ago when I started researching, because I started looking into Wemby before the Spurs got the first overall pick. I was like, well, there's a chance we could win the lottery. Let's look into him, find out who he is. Net is a bot. Spurs ball. And now a whistle on... There's like 3 whistles in the last 10 seconds. Sweet Jones Jr. said he's fat. Well, it's okay, man. Hey, I was overweight when I was young. It happens. You can change your life, man. You just have to want to change. Spurs missed 5 lobs to Wemby. Scott, I can't count that as I am watching the game, obviously, but when speaking with you guys and running the scoreboard, I certainly missed some of the things that you guys might not while watching the game. Spurs have a lot of trouble getting the ball in deflected. Soden has to run the ball down in the backcourt. Spurs have 6 on the shot clock to make something happen. Jeremy to Zach Collins. Collins going to launch a 3. Go for it. It's okay. You know what? It's all good. I used to be overweight, though. Now I'm about 200 pounds. I'm 6'4", 200 pounds. And at 46, I think I'm in pretty darn good shape. Jalen Green out on three-point land. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Drives by Kelvin Johnson. Throws it up. Air ball. Zach with the rebound. Kelvin will bring it up for the Spurs. Get to Devin Vassell. Vassell's going to launch a long 3. I know Devin's been kind of hot here, but can we slow it up a little bit? Do you need to run up and shoot the 3? If we're trying to 2 for 1 at the end of the half, I get it. Now Collins with the foul. Skip Bayless is now a Wemby hater. This has been a bad first half. Not our best. Rich, I'm here to support you, man. I know that, man. Look, anybody that's here, 45 in the house, anybody that's here, whether you're trolling me or being positive vibes in the chat, you're helping the channel. That's the truth. So it's all good. I remember not long ago, fans were critiquing Spurs for not taking enough threes. Now I'm trigger happy. Well, I've never personally said we're not taking enough threes because we didn't really have the 3-point shooting. Skip Bayless is a talentless hack. Should put Blake Wesley in. Ooh, some fans are going to disagree with that. Sweet Jones Jr., yes, it doesn't seem to be the missed both free throws, the biggest first thing. Roy Garza, good evening to you. Thank you for stopping and say hello to Boob as a cat. It is Spurs ball. They're going to get into Zach Collins in the post, guarded by Jalen Green. Zach Loon to back him up. Wheels it across to Kelvin, who takes a corner 3. Spurs get the long rebound. Our three-point shooting is abysmal tonight, Spurs fans. Like, this is just... Tell me to take another three. I mean, just by the law of averages, he made it, thank goodness. But just by the law of averages, you think more of these would go in. My view is helping the channel. That's right. 3 of 17 from beyond the arc. Thank you, fella. I knew it was pretty bad. 3 of 17? That's... Jeff Green drives, gets the layup over Collins, 42-39. Mean Joe, Jeff Green. Spurs ball. Trey Jones will bring it up. And Wemby has not been in a while, has he, Spurs fans? Osmo with the ball on three-point land. Zach Collins fighting with Green. One-on-one. Collins going to drive in the paint. He stepped out of bounds. I don't think he has a lot of fouls. Earned 777. I know, MZ. I know you're not a fan of the Jeremy Sohan point guard experiment. I know you. You're one of the biggest, most vocal people against it, and I respect that you've been consistent with that. I'm hoping you're wrong in the long run and it works. They've only played, 2 regular season games together and 4 games total. If it doesn't work, then hey, I'll call it. Hey, you got it right. Kellen wouldn't. All right, finally. Spurs starting to make some threes. I still don't like the launching of threes left and right, but Kellen makes another 3. Maybe he's starting to heat up a little bit. And Jeff Green gets back. Spurs don't quite get back in transition. And we might have an and 1 coming here. That's how Jayshawn Tate. Jayshawn Tate with the bucket. 4 of 19 now. I know you're not a Zach Collins fan. Rich, you generate positive vibes here regardless of any trolls because you're a genuine Spurs fan. Exact type of plastic act to expect to be David Robinson Spurs fan. Thank you. That's a huge compliment. I used to yell at trolls, and you know what? You guys are right. Sometimes I let it get to me a little bit, and really, that's what they want. And maybe I should just kill them with kindness. In the end, it doesn't matter because it's just text. It's, as you say, guys, as keyboard warrior, I bet most people wouldn't say it to my face when there's a 6'4", 200-plus pound guy standing in front of you. Or maybe they would. 141 likes, almost 150. Jordan, good evening to you. Wemby's not playing well and taking 4 shots. I would agree. He is taking some 4 shots right now. I mean, I love the Spurs. I love Wemby, and I try to be positive, but I also got to keep it real. And he's especially forcing the 3. I don't know how many 3s he's taken. I feel like he's maybe 0 for 4, maybe even 0 for 5. I don't know if somebody can stat check that for me. Jacob, it's irritating, but he's not playing right now. Maybe because Pop is just trying to, settle down, take a breath in, and then come back strong in the second half. Our defense, blah. Well, it was worse in the NBA last year. I think so, Kenny. I think you just need a little chill pill. Gotta give trolls hugs. Okay. Every troll I'll treat like this. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh. That didn't just happen. And I had seen Wemby's sister, and she is pretty. Good evening, Jordan. Wemby 2 of 10, 0 for 5 from beyond the arc. He's 0 for 5? 0 for 5. He's taking 5 threes? That is about 3 more than I'd like him to take. I certainly understand him taking an open 3. If he's open and he can take the shot, fine. I won't argue with open 3s. What I will argue with is running up the court and then launching the 3 when you got 20 seconds on the shot clock. I don't like those plays. There's very few players I would want to do that in a game. Steph Curry, I would give the green light to do that for obvious reasons. A Reggie Miller type player, those type of guys. High volume, high percentage three-point shooters, fine, whatever. If they're making it more than just as much as they're missing it, so be it. But guys that aren't good three-point shooters shouldn't just be running up and launching threes left and right. A free throw coming up as they're Jayshawn Tate trying to convert the and 1. How many years did it take Duncan to get confident? 0? Wasn't he pretty confident his rookie year? I mean, I'm trying to remember now. It's been a few years. Did he take 2 at the shot clock? Okay. That's a little different story. And Wemby is... I think Wemby's going to sit the rest of the half. Rockets are 6 of 9 from free throw land. Spurs are 3 of 4. Malachi Brandon with the ball right now. Getting harassed. Gets it over to Kelman. 10 on the shot clock. Kelman. Back to Zach Collins. To Brandon in the paint. Nice give. Couldn't hit the layup. I was going to say nice little give and go there, but no go. A missed 3. I think it was 3 by Jabari Smith Jr. And then a loose ball foul on Kelman. And I think that's going to put the Rockets in the bonus. He was Flecker says. But. One thing we have to remember with Tim Duncan. Timmy had 4 years of college. Mr. Robinson, who scored 24.3 points per game his rookie year, had 4 years in college. Wemby's a 19-year. Kelman has 3 fouls already. I did not realize Kelman was in foul trouble. But yes, he was good out of the gates. Low mark, I think Wemby only has 3 tonight. He's like 2 of 10 from the, or maybe he's got 5 if he's 2 of 10 from the field. He's got 5 points and 1 free throw, 2 buckets, I think. They had that one alley-oop. That was about it. I think Duncan was 22. St. Benedict, good evening to you. No, William, Duncan, this is a 22-year-old, and he missed a free throw. The Rockets get the offensive board. Oh, my gosh. The hot potato, and the Rockets still have the ball. Now a huge dunk by Jabari Smith Jr., biggest lead of the game for Houston. They're up 49-42, and Wemby's only got 5, I believe. No, we can't rebound Odyssey. I don't get it. It was a huge problem last year. It's a huge problem this year, and now the Spurs turn the ball over. Van Fleet on the fast break. Lip good. I think Duncan was an All-Stars are working. I don't remember. Zach will get it to Malachi. Rockets on an 11-3 run in the last 2 minutes. Malachi with the little baseline jumper. Good. 51-44. Without Wemby, we're watching last year's Spurs. Last year's Spurs were not very good at times, my friends. They weren't. Smith Jr. is going to drive. Misses the shot. Foul. Going to go to the line for 2. This is true, too. Duncan was also fortunate to land on a playoff-ready team with ultimate mentor David Robinson. So yes, 100% correct, William. The only reason the Spurs were not a playoff team the year before is Robinson only played in 6 games. That's true, Chris. Our vets are... Don McDermott, I think, is the oldest player on the team. I wonder if the Texas Heat has gotten to Wemby. He actually checking back in. What's up, Jeremiah? Thank you for stopping in. Hario, you are correct. Wemby's coming back in. First free throw is good, by the way, for Smith Jr. So he's going to get... Hey, good evening, Agent Bay. Thank you for stopping in. Landon Sports Talk, thank you for stopping in. Landon, it's been a long time since I've seen you on the channel. Hopefully you are doing well, my friend. Hopefully life's been good to you. We can't get a rebound. They missed a free throw, and the Spurs get the rebound. Finally off the missed three-point attempt. Osman's going to bring it up the court. Sprints up the court. Gets it over to Brandon. Brandon back to Demisel. Wide open for 3. That 3 I'm okay with. You're wide open. Take the shot. It's been a while. Patty Mills is... I don't know where Patty Mills is. Devin has 14 points tonight, though. We had, 23 opening night? I think Devin has a legit shot, and I said it before the season started, to average over 20 points per game. And he's looking like he's going to make that happen. Green with the pull-up jumper, no good. Wemby with the rebound. Wemby will bring it up for the Spurs. Gets it up to Osman. He's going to take a 3. And now the Spurs all of a sudden are heating up. All right. 52-50. Team's finally waking up from three-point land. They're now 7 of 22. I think there was 3 of 17 at one point. Shang in the paint. Misses a shot. Almost gets his own rebound. Goes out of bounds. It's going to be Spurs ball. Patty's in Atlanta. That's right. Patty Mills and DJ are back together. I forgot about that. Thank you, guys. We need Marco Bellinelli back. 52-50. Spurs down by 2. Spurs on an 8-1 run in the last minute and a half, my friends. 8 on the shot clock. Trey Jones way out in three-point lane, calling for pick and roll with Wemby. The runner. And Trey Jones is good. Tie game. There we go. Neil, one of those. Wemby is playing never lost. At the buzzer. And the shot's going to be no good. We got a tied game going to the half. I'll take it. Osman is taking a lot of Doug's minutes away. He really, I think he's going to be, I think Doug is going to trade it at sometime early next year. Go Spurs. You know what? Let's get this up. Victor Wembanyama is in the chat again saying Trey Jones should be the starting point guard. Well, the Spurs right now are putting their best five on the floor, and some people like it, some don't. Time will tell if it's good or not. I'm right now in the waiting, wait and see. Warriors are 0-1 heading into Sacramento tonight, and Draymond Green will not play again. I'm actually going to pull up the halftime stats, and no. Let me switch screens. Thank you all for hanging out tonight on a Friday night. Really appreciate you, and let's see how everybody's doing. We'll take a look at the Rockets stats first. I usually do the opposing team and then the Spurs. Jabari Smith Jr. with 5, struggling from the floor, only 2 of 6. Dylan Brooks has 6. He's only 3 of 7. Schengen is 2 of 7. Some of the starters in the Rockets are struggling. Schengen is 2 of 6 with 5 points. Does have 8 boards and 3 assists, though, so a nice overall game for him. Fred VanVleet with 13 and 5 assists, and then Jalen Green with 12 points. Off the bench, Jeff Green with 6. Ahmed Thompson with 0. Reggie Bullock with 0. Jeff Tate with 3. And Boban Marjanovic with 2. He only played 4 minutes, but he made his one shot. For San Antonio Spurs, Zach Collins having a rough night. 2 points. He does have 2 steals, but he has 3 turnovers, and he's only 1 of 5 from the field, so not having a good shooting night right now. Jeremy Sohan with 6 points. Kelvin Johnson with 8 points, but he is in foul trouble with 3 fouls. Victor Wembanyama having a rough night so far. He's got 5 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. But he is 2 of 10 from the field and 0 for 5 on 3-pointers. So I'd like to see him slow his roll with the 3-point shooting and do a little more work in the paint and the post in the second half and get that shooting percentage up. Devin Vassell is leading the Spurs scores, though, with 14 points on 5 of 8 shooting. Looking really good out there. He's 2 of 4 from beyond the arc. Off the bench, we got a 5-man rotation off the bench. Don McDermott, really slow start to the season. He's got 0 points, 0 for 1 in 7 minutes. And I think he only took 1 shot Wednesday night. So really not getting it going yet. Osman, who we've talked about taking his spot, has 6 points, 2 boards, and assists in 11 minutes. Charles Bassey only played 4 minutes. He's got nothing. Trey Jones with 4 points, and Malachi Branham with 7 points to lead off scorers off the bench, 3 of 6 in only 8 minutes. Not bad. 7 points, 2 boards, 2 assists for Malachi in 8 minutes. The bench has actually been pretty good for us tonight, where the bench was pretty bad on Wednesday night. Most of the stars have minuses. Zach Collins is at a -9, Jeremy's at a -5, Kellen's at a -7, Wemby's at a +4, Devin's at a -2, and then you look at the bench besides Dougie, who's at a -6, Osman's at a +11, and then Jones and Branham at a +7. So the bench really coming through tonight, and we got a tied game. 52 all. Let me get back to the chat, and we'll talk about the first half, what you liked, what you didn't like, so forth and so on. 160 likes. Hopefully we can get to 200 sooner than later, Butterfly. Honey Badger is at the game. Nice. Scott, I got to think Wemby's going to play better in the second half. It's official. Mavs are practicing for the Spurs, specifically 7 for rookie Victor Wembanyama with God. Well, I didn't get to read the tweet that was up, the tweet that was up there, and I don't want to rewind it because I find things get wonky when I start messing with the NBA pass. Hey, Rich, after 1 game and a half of a game, one thing I've seen so far is the Spurs need to have Trey Jones start over Sohan, and Osman and Doug should play the front court and Wemby for the Spurs to win. Sean Elliott is still commentating. A lot of people are talking about Trey Jones starting. He's looked good so far in 2 games. 3-point shot looks much more crisper than it was last year. I still think the Spurs are going to go with this big lineup for now. Dylan Brooks sucks. Man, really don't like Dylan Brooks. Rich, how about you take the point guard spot? Okay, Jeremiah. Pop got us axe Kareem and show. Yes, we do have to bring in Kareem in. I see with the $2 super chat. Let's celebrate their first super on the live. Whoa, what? Hey, that's something I haven't seen before. Honestly, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yes, VBS, I agree 100%. We don't like Dylan Brooks. Yeah, Dylan Brooks really seems like the player to not like. Dominic Barlow has not played 1 minute, Drilling Chung. Blake Wesley's not played yet this season. Dominic Barlow hasn't played. Julian Champagnie, who I thought would have a role as a three-point sniper coming off the bench, has not played 1 minute yet either, so I'm a little surprised at that. The rotation's been mainly the starting five, and then Osmond's been getting playing time. McDermott, Jones, Bassey, and Malachi Branham. That's been the 10-man rotation, but Doug is struggling right now to get things going. I think we're doing good, but we need to not get. Yes, I agree. Don't need to give him free. You know, they're showing Kellen Johnson being drafted by the Spurs. They're showing Kellen when he was a 29th pick from the Spurs. Man, he looks so friggin' young there. Is this like the ESPN doing a retro pick thing for the Spurs, like their last few picks? I'm going to show like Devin being drafted, and then Jeremy, and then Wemby. How to make my name into blue with the red? Oh, Odyssey. That's something that I do randomly. So if people come to channel, I haven't given out one for a while, but it just means that you can time people out if they're being inappropriate. I have not given out one for a while. As the season progresses, I will start keeping an eye out people that come to the channel on the regular, are positive in the chat. Just you know, good supporters of the channel. Not even bad supporters. Some people that come in and just troll on occasion, which we don't get many of those. But as the channel grows, as we grow, as y'all continue to like and subscribe, then the channel will start seeing more sex bots and trolls and weird stuff happening. Dylan Brooks sucks. Yes, he was. Sandwich was drafted ahead of Kellen Johnson. So if anybody's wondering what we're talking about with the sandwich, we're talking about Luka Samanic, who was drafted 19th overall by the Spurs. He's no longer with the team. He's with the Utah Jazz, but he was drafted 19th overall, and Kellen was drafted 29th. Kellen's still with the Spurs and a starter. Luka trying to kind of hang on and keep a position in the NBA. I don't think they're going to show Sandwich getting drafted. And I hope you're not lagging. Well, that's one thing one thing I don't do is if somebody asks for a wrench, I don't give a wrench out. But keep coming to the channel, and I'm sure you'll get one eventually. And that doesn't really mean anything. Compete this season or tank again? I think they're going to compete. Boris Diaz in the chat. I think they're going to do their best to compete, but I expect them to just miss the playoffs and or play in. Now, sorry if anybody has lag. Everything's showing good on my end. Could be YouTube, could be your area. Who knows? Maybe Pop can put BW on the bench if he's playing like that, Rich. Not a chance. Not this early, Carlos. The reason being is he's a #1 draft pick. He's putting butts in seats, and he's going to start. He probably will just continue to start the year if he plays bad. That being said, Wemby seems like a humble guy and a smart kid. I assume that if he's playing bad, he'll make adjustments to improve his game. The refresh. Let's push for Rich to date Wemby's sister, Sweet Jones Jr. I don't think my girlfriend would like that at all. I mean, I know you're watching. Would you be okay with me dating Wemby's sister? Thinking probably not. And my hall pass currently right now is Elizabeth Olsen. So that one, if we can make that happen, she would be okay with it. She probably wouldn't be okay with it, but Fred deserved the money he got. I thought it was a little overpaid, but you know what? If the Rockets thought it was worth it, in the end, it's their call. We need much better defense. Trey Jones wearing Boris 33, and for us older Spurs fans, San Antonio Daniels too. Oh, Lloyd Daniels, right? You talking about Lloyd Daniels? I think so. Luke, they need to stop firing. Yeah, they need more aggressive. Rich is taken off the market. True story. Wemby's sister is probably a foot taller than you. How old is his sister? How tall is his sister, Solomon? Is she tall too? Like 6'6", 6'8"? I'm 6'4". Why is Pop not playing Wemby regular minutes? Nevertheless, he got benched a bit in the second half. He was really struggling. He was taking a lot of threes and missing all the threes. Like literally missing all 3-point shots. He was 0 for 5 from beyond the arc. When you have a player struggling, sometimes the best thing to do is sit him on the bench. Just let him just take a moment and then put him back in once, they clear their head. Boris Diaz. Antonio Daniels. Why was I thinking Lloyd Daniels? Antonio Daniels. I can remember what he looks like. I just couldn't remember his first name, apparently. We're at halftime, so Wemby's not playing at the moment, but I expect him to start the second half. Sister is 6'1". Jordan said he's 5'6", so she would be a little taller than you. We pretty much gave up a number 12 pick for nothing. Well, yes. That draft, at least since I've started the channel, is the worst draft the Spurs have had. Because both players are not on the Spurs roster. Joshua Primo, of course, had the sexual misconduct problems and was waived by the Spurs right before the start of the second season. And Joe Wieskamp didn't even make it to year number 2 with the Spurs. He was a second-round pick that same draft. It's not a good draft. But you know what? Ended up working out in the end. We got Wemby. I don't know, Luke. That I don't know. Seems like Wemby's impact early on will be felt in bursts. That seems fair, Jonathan. OS, my bad. I thought you were single. No, Sweet Jones. I've been dating my current, that sounds bad. I've been dating my girlfriend for a little over 4 months, so I've been off the market for a while. I wasn't going to go out of my way to announce it because I'm not, that part of my life I just don't announce on YouTube, but that would be weird to be like, hey, I'm dating somebody. But one of you figured it out on, it was either Friday night or Saturday night last week when she was here and asked, are you entertaining a lady? And I didn't want to lie, so I just said yes. And then the conversation just kind of happened. Now I'll reference her because, it's a big part of my life. Wizards off season. I don't remember some of their moves solid, miss, for being honest. They traded Bradley Beal. I don't remember what they got for him. We did pick Primo over Schengen. Oh, there was a Lloyd Daniels. Okay. All right. There was a Lloyd. All right. So there were 2 Daniels. I was sitting here, I'm like, I thought there was a Lloyd Daniels, but some of that the 90s stuff gets a little fuzzy until I look it up online. He probably is Butterfly. We need Trey Jones and Wemby on the court in the same time. Trey is good at finding him. How about Devin tonight? 14 points, 5 of 8 from the field, 2 of 4 from beyond the arc, 18 minutes. Wemby effing with your parlay. Sorry, 363 Rocket. Have I thought about marriage? Not yet. Way too early for that, but I would like to get married at some point before not around. I think that's her long-term goal as well, is to eventually get married, but after 4 months, way too early. Yes, Big Sean, I agree. First name, Mrs. Middle name, period. Last name, Sports. First name, Mrs. Middle name, TSR. Last name, Sports. Mrs. TSR Sports. Can we be invited to the wedding? If and when I get married, I'm hoping to have a small wedding. And since I wouldn't want anybody left out, I would invite every single subscriber if that was the case. And 20,000 wedding invites is a little, not much. Carlos Jeter with a $5 super chat. He said, to become my best YouTuber ever for real, Sir Rich. Thank you for the super chat. Carlos, I've already said, and my girlfriend agrees, if and when we get to Puerto Rico at some point in the next year or two, whenever it may be, we're going to have to meet at some point. And for those of you saying, hey, wait a minute, how about not meet me? I met a lot of you out in Texas. When I come back to Texas again, I would certainly love to, come up to me at the game and say hi. We'd love to meet you. Everybody's welcome, but don't be shy. I've had some people say, oh, I was a little nervous to meet. I'm like, don't be nervous. I'm a Spurs fan just like you. You say hi, we'll talk Spurs, whatever. Boris Dio back in the chat. Hi, TSR Sports. Suggest you try AI. Make your eyes showing, watch the camera without showing, reading the comment. I'm not sure what you mean. Without showing, reading the comments. You mean like have the comments show up on my TV so I can see the comments while I'm watching the game? Because luckily I have it set up, if I'm looking at the comments, I'm really looking at Selena. Ahmed Thompson's not done anything tonight, Jordan Ling. Hey, Rich, I'm in Western Mass. I can make it. You're Western Mass? Nice. I'm from Western Mass myself. West Side. That's the W's. I'm going to crash my wedding. Thanks, Mike. The arena is a little empty tonight, Luke. Do you think the NBA is going to become a bunch of 7-foot unicorns? No. Nice, John Luke. We're in a game break right now. This third quarter should be starting any minute, and it's been a fun game. Game is tied. I know Wemby had a rough first half. If he has a bit better first half, we're winning. John Lou, what are you singing? I gotta think you're singing a song, and I don't know what the name of the song is. Nice. Well, Cowboy X Factor, I already ate dinner tonight. I made burritos, so I had Mexican food tonight. Mexican food is one of my favorites, up there with Italian. Mexican and Italian, probably two of my favorites. I just love food, actually. You know, if it tastes good, I don't care where it's from. If it tastes good, I like it. What did you get at Party City? Oh, it's You're Beautiful. Wait. That's not the You're Beautiful I know. I know the religious one. I see your face in every sunrise. The color of the morning is inside your eyes. So that's not the You're Beautiful I know. Yes, thank you, William. If we get the likes way up, would appreciate it. The game is back on. Or back, game is going in. Shane's going to drive on Collins. They'll kick it out for three. Green's going to launch the three. That's no good. Zach Collins with the rebound. Good evening, Greg and John. Thank you for stopping in. I do not know One Direction, John Lou, at all. When are they going to get fouled in the paint? Everyone with the bucket. There we go, Victor. Scoring in the paint. Attack the paint, my man. You're 7'4", 8-foot wingspan. I don't know One Direction song, John Lou. I don't. I've heard of them. I couldn't tell you what. Apparently they sing that song. Thank you, Odyssey. Appreciate that. Never let anyone know what I got in my cup. It's water. It's just water. It always has been. I don't even see it. Here. It's just water. It's always water. 55-52 Spurs up by 3. It is a jumper and no good by everybody's favorite player, Dylan Brooks. Spurs ball. Kelvin get it over to Wemby. Wemby at the free throw line. Thought about a three. Pulled it down. Thank you, big man. Back to Kelvin. Kelvin's going to take off into the paint. Little jumper. That's ugly. That's an air ball. That looked awkward. William, ouch. Good evening, Ron. No, I've not had alcohol since 2017, my friends. The last time I drank, I had like half a something with an ex-girlfriend at some point in 2018. The last time I really drank, that's a 3 by Jabari Smith Jr., was December 1st, 2017. It's been almost 6 years, and you might say, how do you know that? Calvin for 3? Alrighty, Calvin at the 3s now. That's like his third 3 of the night. No, not December 1st, sorry. It was like a week later. Let me rephrase that. About a week later, maybe December 8th, 9th, or 10th. I don't know the exact date, so my correction. It was my mom's funeral, and it was an open bar, so I got lit up. Jalen Green drives and gets by Zach Collins, gets the layup. So but it has been almost 3 years. Water with a secret compartment for Brandy. I don't know, Bars. I don't know if I've ever had Brandy. Wemby with the ball right now, gets in the post and gets double teamed and loses the ball. That's the one thing I've been concerned with Wemby. Brooks with the backside double team and was able to poke the ball out. Is when he's backing up, they are going to double team Wemby. And because of how tall he is, he's got a high dribble. It's easy to get in there and just poke the ball out. Vic Wembanyama. Sounds good, Carlos. Appreciate it. I got to get a passport, though. I still need to do that. Calvin with that pull-up jumper. He's got 13 of 5 of 8 shooting, having an efficient night, which he has been more efficient. Just had that rough ending to the Wednesday night game. If he didn't have that, Spurs fans, some Spurs fans would not be heavily criticizing him right now. Kelvin with a rocket pass into Wemby into the paint, and Wemby could not hold on to it. Someone offered me a Jello, so I passed up a Jello. Oh, thank you, William. Appreciate it. Collins not having his best night. Deliza, damn, is how I feel sometimes watching our Spurs the last 4 years. And I think Jeremy Sohan's about to get whistled, and he did. Diamondbacks or Rangers? John Lou, I have no preference. I really don't. As a Yankees fan, Cowboy Spectre literally just nailed it. Literally. Doesn't care, Yankees fan, yes. Brandy, whiskey, and bourbon are the same thing. Are they, Mike? I am not an expert in any way, shape, or form when it comes to alcohol. The only thing I drink now is what people would consider fruity drinks. Shangen's going to drive on Collins and tough shot when he makes it in the paint. Like Smirnoff Ice, Kahlua mudslides, White Russians. I like that type of stuff now. For when to drink. No, I had a drink out in Vegas last year. A drink. That's the last time I had something. Wemby with the bar now. That backside double team's coming. Gets it over to Kellen. Kellen's going to take an open three. Sort of open three. Doesn't get the shot. Wemby's going to try to get the loose ball and cannot get to it. Rupert Rangers, TSR, they deserve a ring. Have the Texas Rangers ever won a World Series? Wow, nothing. A or T, he asks. I'll be kind and answer your question. Well, I'll go T. 61-60. Rockets up by 1. Fred VanVleet out 3-point land, guarded by Trey Jones, who's checked in early. Oh, he took one. Who did he take out? Took Sohan out. And that's a turnover for the Rockets. Trey Jones will bring it up the court. You guys have talked about Sohan, alley-oop to Wemby, and they're a bit off with the alley and off with the oop, but Wemby's going to get fouled as Kellen tried to get the alley-oop to Wemby. Second alley-oop attempt, I believe, by Kellen to Wemby tonight. You guys have talked about this starting lineup at times, too, though. Sohan coming off the bench and Trey Jones starting in his place. Well, that was a foul. I understand, Scott. Hey, is that... I saw the V. I thought it was Veronica. It's Vico Wembanyama. Zach Collins going to launch a three. My goodness, he cannot hit a three-pointer this season so far. He's like 0 for 7. I think he's 0 for 7. Brooks just forcing a shot. Now the ball's just flying around, and finally Devin Vassell gets the rebound. Spurs down by 1. 7:45 to go in the third quarter. Devin pick and roll with Zach Collins. Back to Collins. He's going to take another three. Please go in. The putback is good by Kellen now. Kellen's holding up now and yelling. Collins needs to stop shooting threes too. They are not going in. I think it's like 0 for 4, 0 for 5 tonight. Him and Wemby just, the threes are not working. Stop shooting him. Jalen Green, what a tough shot in the paint. 63-62. The team's going back and forth. Collins is launching a lot of threes and not making them. Zach with the ball right now. Gets it over to Devin. Devin with the pick and roll with Zach. Devin back to Wemby. Wemby's going to take a three. Our big guys, I mean, I know you need to stretch the floor, but at some point when they're not going in, stop shooting them. Fred VanVleet's going to take a three, no good. And look at that, an offensive rebound. Schengen going to get it out to Jabari Smith Jr. Back to Fred VanVleet. 10 on the shot clock, 6:45 to go. Rockets up, 63-62. VanVleet going to take off. Back to Schengen. He's going to launch a three. He'll make the three. Rockets out rebounding us 29-22 tonight, by the way. Way too many threes. Jerry Jones is being complacent. Good with what you have. I don't think you are good enough with what you have. They're not a Super Bowl team this year. I haven't been following them, minute by minute this season, but I don't believe they're a Super Bowl team from the little I've seen. Scott, our big guys need to stop shooting the three. But it's a double-edged sword because if you're not shooting a three, you're not stretching the floor, but you're not making them. Wemby is horrible tonight. Not his best night. The three-point shooting is what's really... he needs to stop shooting threes. I can't get here, but Spurs with another... I can't get the game here, but just hearing Rich and Spurs with another three. It's been a lot of another threes, Roy, and they're not going in. You're not... Okay, I didn't think so, Cowboy X Factor. You gotta think Pop is on the sideline saying, "Stop shooting threes! Stop shooting threes!" Like, this is Zach Collins, right? And I'm Pop. Stop shooting threes! Stop shooting threes. Comprende? Just like that. The Eagles could be a Super Bowl team again. I'd rather not as a Giants fan, but they've done a great job putting that team together the last few years. Well, as a father, I know teenagers are annoying ASF, but Wemby will get there. Boris Diaz's been in the chat. Victor Wembanyama's been in the chat. They do seem a little off, Phil. Just taking, all these threes, just settling for threes would be the best way to put it. Cowboys need someone like Derrick Henry as well when you have physical back in the red zone, despite Zeke being overpaid due to his money in the goal line. I'm surprised you guys gave up on Ezekiel. At least keep him as... I thought they were still going to split duty between him and Pollard. I guess they didn't want to. Yes, Luke. He's getting scored on well. Odyssey with a $10 super chat. He said, to my favorite Spurs YouTuber. Thank you so much, Odyssey. He said, go Spurs, go. For you, my friend. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. All the support tonight. You guys are awesome. Thanks to you guys, I've been hesitant to do it, but I am going to buy a Tony Parker jersey, just trying to find the right one for the right price and the color and the right size. I see a lot of like double XLs, and I'm like, nah, double XL is not going to work. I'm a large. But Tony would look great right here, and that's where the super chats are going to go. It is going to happen sooner than later. Zeke was a great blocker, too. He was a good receiver out of the backfield, wasn't he? Well, Phil, he's barely playing, though, in New England, isn't he? Is he even getting 10 carries a game with New England? And the Patriots kind of suck this year? Doesn't seem like it was better for him to go to New England. I don't know. All Spurs fans are awesome. Foul on the Spurs, turnover. Foul Wemby on the screen. Moving screen, probably. He struggled a lot with that Wednesday night. I am not buying a Tony Parker Hornets jersey, and I know you're kidding. Only YouTube, Riley. I don't do Twitch. I do this for fun. I know I could do more of the business side of things, like memberships and sponsorships and Twitch and other streaming platforms. Merchandising. TSR the Flamethrower. The kids love that one. I have no interest. I love following the team and hanging out with you guys. That's my interest. Jeremy wide open for the thunder dunk of Sohan. The pass from Zach Collins. One more like for 180. I don't have any Tony Parker jerseys, Vic Wembanyama. He's a one of the, of my era Hall of Famers I don't have. It's going to happen. Schengen loses the ball. Jones taking off. And we have Osman open for three. Well, you take the lead, my friends. I will get a Tony Parker jersey sooner than later. You guys have been very generous with the super chat since the season started. I think there's already been enough super chats to cover a Tony Parker jersey. I just need to find one. Wide open three for the Rockets from the corner. No good. Sohan with the rebound. Jones will bring it up for the Spurs. Trey Jones back to Sohan. Sohan going to take off. To Zach Collins, back to Osman. We got 10 on the shot clock. Osman back to Collins. He's going to launch another three. Zach Collins really needs to stop shooting threes. Seriously. Enough's enough. I'm not trying to be like a jerk about it. Schengen with a tough shot in the pan on Zach, but everything he's launching is bricking. Now, Butterfly, I tell you guys, I like Google's ad revenue. Because that's Google, and I don't care about Google, to be honest. But other than that, this is just purely for fun. I'd be watching the Spurs. Actually, this is new to me because I only got to watch the Spurs in limited action, just the playoffs most of my life. In the last few years doing this channel with you guys, caused me to get the NBA Pass, which didn't exist in the 90s when David Robinson played, etc. So now I get to watch the Spurs all the time, which is great. Jabari Smith Jr. misses a shot in the paint. That was a Spurs miss before that, by the way, as I was yapping. Spurs down by 4. Jones will get up to himself. Back to Osman. Osman going to run baseline. And went for an alley-oop and threw it out of bounds. Victor Wembanyama, Peter. This is a champion jersey I bought in 1995. This is an Adidas jersey that I got off of eBay. That's from a subscriber. I don't know where he got that from. The Johnson jersey I bought on Fanatics, and then that's a custom TSR Sports jersey. So I've only bought one jersey on Fanatics. When you have you don't need a slug. Wow. Fred VanVleet with the ball right now. Pull-up jumper is going to rattle around and go in, and the Rockets have a 6-point lead. The Timberwolves are going to want 1 million draft picks for Rudy Gobert to make up for the 1 million draft picks they lost. Not worth it, in my opinion. He's north of 30. Nope. Malachi Brandon pull-up jumper from the free throw line is good. And the Spurs just 69 the Rockets. Weak knee Rose, good evening. Oh, Izzy Scott. You're talking about the where Cooper Flagg lives. Then I saw he was not saying where he was going because of that shooting. I forgot which state it was in. I think it was up my way, wasn't it? That's a miss, and it's Spurs ball. 3 minutes to go. You should do a TSR Sports jersey giveaway. Probably should. I do want to give away 25,000 subscribers. I do want to do something special for that. Trey Jones is wide open for 3. Finally takes it and misses it. He had all day. He actually was making a sandwich while he was out there. Osman will throw the ball into the stands. Wanted a foul, didn't get it. Couple sketchy passes by Osman in the last minute. Timeout. I have a championship Duncan jersey. Wow. Old school, Mike. That's awesome. Von TV, that's an odd comment. I don't know what to do with that. Then swear the moment. Hopefully challenge it. No, Fletcher, he's not getting a lot of touches. Wemby needs to be committed on defense if he's not effective on offense. I would agree with that, Ken. I prefer the black jerseys. Victor Wembanyama. I have 3 black jerseys. The Parker one, I would like to look like this. Like these jerseys. So then I have kind of like the black jerseys all in the background with the one white Duncan in the front. That wasn't the plan initially, but that's kind of how it worked out. But some of the jerseys I'm finding are like the camo thing they were doing, or something. I haven't found a jersey that I like that fits up here yet. PG, I don't know what Osman's doing. I have no idea. Malachi, 9 points in 9 minutes. That's a point a minute's what you're looking for. Pop needs to do something. We need to make the play. Wemby too clutch? What do you mean, why not? How do you feel about Sohan playing the point? Son Hooper? It's a work in progress right now. Clearly a work in progress. I've talked on this channel with you guys earlier this year that we probably could use a more stable point guard. So I wouldn't be opposed to him starting and either having Keldon or Jeremy come off the bench. I understand why the Spurs are doing it. I'm all for the big lineup. It looked good in the last 2 games of the preseason. It looked good to start the Dallas game, but it's been mixed results. So I think we kind of have to wait and see on that. After 10 games, if it's clearly not working and the Spurs are like 2-8 or 3-7, then maybe they should try something different. Because I think they're going to experiment a lot this year. I think we're going to see different starting lineups throughout the year. Zach Collins is 1 of 8 from the field, 0 for 6 from beyond the arc. Good evening, Manny. Butterfly with the like tracker. Thank you, Butterfly. Thumbs up is the best way to support this channel. It's the one thing I'll ask for. Looks like this. Well, actually, like and subscribe. So if you're a Spurs fan, you're not part of our Spurs family, you should join because we have a wonderful Spurs community here. I think we do. Zach is the best center of all time. You should get a custom Spurs jersey number 69 that says white. I'm not doing that. But that is number 69 right there. Odyssey. I do have a Go Spurs Go football jersey that says it is number 69 in the front and back and on the arms. That's fair, Manny. Is he getting tired, do you think, Phil? Is that why he's getting pulled out a lot? Landon, yes, it's my favorite number. But not comfortable. Wow, Von TV. Keeping it real mean. I'll probably get timed out by a Spurs fan in the chat. Just saying. Not Jalen Green. The other one, Jeff Green with the shot in the paint. 75-69. Jeremy Sohan with the ball. He's open for a little jumper. He's going to take the jumper, and he got blocked. Gets the ball back. Gets it over to Osman. Osman over to McDermott. McDermott back to Jeremy. Jeremy will start to drive. Gets in the paint. And he missed the dunk. He got fouled. That should have went down for a possible three-point play. Oh. So close to 3-1 play. If the Magic can beat the Rockets, the Spurs can beat the Rockets. Go Magic. Joe saying you're a Magic fan. You guys got a lot of young talent on your team. The thing with any sports team, if you're bad for a few years in a row, eventually that young talent is going to find a way to win some games. Let's go, Fabricio. Thank you for stopping in. Is Ben Simmons looking good so far this year? I can't imagine he's played more than 1 or 2 games. Jeremy makes 2 one-handed free throws. Every time we shoot a 3, I chug a beer. Oh, God. Don't do it, Roy. Don't do it. CJ, thank you for stopping in. Vassell needs 4 more points for you. Okie dokie. Ahmed Thompson with the ball right now for the Rockets. Selling a shot clock, going to launch a jumper. Swish. Thompson, nice stroke there. Puts it in. Bad choice of words, but whatever. Spurs ball. Sohan tries to get it to Doug McDermott. McDermott can't hold on to the pass. Out of bounds. Turnover on San Antonio. It'll be Rockets ball. A lot of turnovers by San Antonio tonight. A lot of turnovers. 13 turnovers for the Spurs, 11 for the Rockets, so pretty close for both teams. Thompson with the ball gets it into Boban. Boban with the dunk on his old team, 79-71. Biggest lead of the game for the Rockets. They are up by 8. Malachi Brandon will get the ball over to Osman. Osman drops it off to Doug McDermott. McDermott back to Malachi Brandon. He turns the ball over. Oh, my gosh. Fast break for the Rockets and a dunk by Green. What's up, Agent Symbols? I can't read what you said, but thank you for stopping in. Yes, Fabricio Alberto. Oh, I didn't read your name. Fabricio Alberto's in the chat. Rockets on a 6-0 run in the last minute. I didn't realize Fabricio Alberto's in the chat. Osman, what a tough drive and layup in the paint. 81-73, 8-point game. We need to close strong. Bench points, 24 for the Spurs, 19 for the Rockets. So our bench is actually outplaying their bench. Our starters are getting outplayed, though. Jalen Green, baseline jumper, good. All good, Hugo. All good. Hey, work comes first, man. Ray, go Spurs to you. We need to finish. I don't want to go into fourth quarter down double digits. Smith of Jabari is beating the Spurs. Nice. Jabroni Smith. Osman for 3. Nope. Bassey will kick it out, and Spurs get the ball back. They can hold for the last shot. McDermott for 3. Thank you, Doug McDermott, for finally making a shot. Slug McDormand. Spurs 10 of 32 on threes. Jalen Green, half-court 3, no chance. 10 of 32. We taking 32 threes already? What are we doing out there? Man, I'm glad Dougie made that 3, but we're shooting a bit too many threes. Thank you, Master Eden. Appreciate that. Chosen Child, thank you for stopping in. Rockets want it more. They might. We have a quarter, though, to prove that theory wrong. If you have not done so, Butterfly says spike that like. Yes, like and subscribe. Looks like that. I think the Rockets will fall apart in the fourth quarter. Okay. Yes, Thursky, let's not look at next game. Let's look at now. Now. Not will then, one win will then be now. Or what the hell are we looking at? Let's win now. I try to make that work, but it's not because they're talking about the past and present. I hope Wemby does play a lot of the fourth quarter and plays well and shuts the naysayers up. They still have the training wheels on Wemby? Yeah, maybe. Fubo is $80 a Fubo is $80 a month. Damn. I have Sling right now. And that's what I'm using for the games on ESPN and TNT. And then for those non-games, I have the NBA League Pass for the Spurs. The only thing I'll run into an issue with is when they play the Nets and the Celtics. I think those games are going to be blacked out in my area, so I'll have to figure something out for those 4 games. Jojo Wemby is shooting a lot of threes. I think he's like 0 for 6 right now. For the hand, Master Eden, I have a sound effect for the Thunder Dunk of Justice and the graphic. Pop, why do you draft Wemby? Let him play. The Prune with the McDormand. Classic the Prune. Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. We're very close to 300 thumbs up. 200 thumbs up. If we could get that number sooner than later, would appreciate you. Very close. Need 4 points for Vassell. Did you bet on like a parlay for Vassell points tonight? 361. I mean, when Devin's shooting the ball, I think he needs to get more. He needs to get even more involved in the office. Yes, Omar, he needs to be inside more. Absolutely, you did have a parlay. Llama YT says 250 likes and the Spurs win. I'm down for that. Spurs make the playoffs this year. I think we might be just short. Boudet with you got the +1. Thank you. Appreciate that. Pop might need to retire. Not gonna lie, does he think we still need? We're not tanking. It's early in the season. This team's still trying to come together. It's a young team, but considering the Magic annihilated the Rockets, I would hope. Doug for another 3. Doug McDermott coming to life all of a sudden. Johnson's had a decent game, Carlos. I've said his name a few times. He's been okay tonight. It's Rockets ball, only a 4-point game. And we got the whole fourth quarter. Jamar, well, I do hope the Spurs get the win for you. That's a long 3 by... That's Fred Van Fleet. Trey Jones is going to push the pace, gets up the court, takes a layup. Good! And that's one thing Trey can do that we have not seen Jeremy do, is he can really skyrocket up the court. 2-point game. Spurs bench outscoring the Rockets bench 32-19. Schengen with the ball right now, one-on-one with Zach Collins, starts to drive. Jump hook. Collins has not been able to stop him at all tonight. Here's what it is. Brandon with the ball right now for the Spurs. Get to Zach Collins. Collins in the paint. Layup is good. One of the few shots Zach Collins has made tonight. He has had a rough night. He's launching a lot of threes, and he's missed all of them. Spurs with 23 assists on the night. Rockets with only 20, so the Spurs actually out-assisting him just a little bit. Schengen with the ball right now. One-on-one with Zach Collins. He's in the post. Spins around. Gets double-teamed by him and McDermott. Rockets go around the world looking for the open player. Spurs do a good job staying with him. Oop, bad foul by Kelman. Dylan Brooks is fouled by Kelman. Hi, Quack. Good evening. He's a Rockets fan. Thank you for stopping in. NBA game league pass is where I'm watching it, Carlos. I thought they were trying to get away from that. Dylan got Kelman the pump fake and then went into him. I thought they were trying to stop that. They're gonna do a replay. No, definitely not on ESPN. Take a look at the replay. Yeah, Kelman jumped up and then Dylan put his shoulder into him. I thought you're not supposed to be able to do that anymore. Victor's about to check back in, by the way. You guys do not like Dylan Brooks. I know that. Well, Luke, I know. Sean Elliott talking to the refs. He's not talking to him. We're giving 2 shots to Brooks on that. I quite love Dylan Brooks. You are alone. Well, not alone, but you're certainly in the minority there in the chat tonight. Not a fan of the call. I get why they called it. Not a fan of it. Pop looking for an explanation. He's not too happy. I did not try Whataburger, Sweet Jones. It's Whataburger. Wow. Anyway, I did not get a Whataburger. I'm a pescatarian, so I didn't end up going out there. I know, Roy. He talked some smack about him. Spurgeon says Dylan Brooks sucks. Huh? Most annoying player in the league. Luke. Nope. I can't stand that. Dylan Brooks. Ah, poor Dylan Brooks. Actually, he probably likes it. He's definitely a heel. There's an old wrestling term for a bad guy. He would probably thrive off of people saying they don't like him. Tim Duncan as a head coach would love it. I don't think it'll happen. I don't think he wants to coach. Team to go against him. Fair enough, SOF. Sports Center. I mean, ESPN is in Connecticut, where I live. They're about 20 minutes away, 25 minutes from my house. But Nah, I'm good. I also have no degree or anything in sports. Somebody lost their glasses. A ref? They gave the glasses to somebody on the sideline? So who lost their glasses? How are you going to see the aliens and like the special messages without your glasses? Anyway, nice give and go. Doug McDermott going back door. Dougie coming to life here in the second half. Help keep it in this. They have what a fish? Oh, he threw. Oh, okay, Brandon. He threw glasses on the court because they can't see. I got it. I thought someone was actually wearing them. Fred VanVleet with the ball. 2-point shot. Off the rim, no good. Zach Collins with the rebound. Spurs ball. And Wemby's not checking back in. I thought he... Oh, Wemby is in there. Never mind. Wemby gets double teamed. Gets it to Collins in the paint. Collins over to Trey Jones. Jones wheels it back to Kellen. Kellen's going to take a three. No good. And Victor almost tried to put the putback dunk. Could not get it. McDermott with the ball now. Back to Jones. Jones thinks about three. Pulls it down. He's going to drive to the paint. Over to wide open Zach Collins for three. Come on! He cannot buy a three. Jeez. He's like 0 for infinity. I would be very biased, though, Mike. Clearly biased. I call plays, like I say, like fouls and whatnot. I'll try to be, you know, an offensive foul now in Houston. I might not like a foul, but I did say I understand what they call it. But I'll call it straight on stuff like that. But I'll clearly be rooting for the Spurs. He needs to stop shooting threes. Sweet baby Jesus, stop shooting threes. 87-85, 9 minutes to go in the game. Collins with the ball. Almost turns it over. Spurs get the ball. Whoa. We're going to have a whistle. That might be on VanVleet, might be on Jones. And the loose ball scramble. It might go against Fred VanVleet. And I think it's going to. Buda, if he shoots another three, I thought we got 200 likes. Thank you, guys. I mean, Zach, I'm at a loss for words. Clearly not working. Try something else. Trey Jones for three, because that's what we want. I know you looked better in the preseason, but come on now. That's not the play we should be writing up as Trey Jones shooting a three. VanVleet's going to drive in the paint. Layup and one. That's a bad sequence for the Spurs. Be Wemby, not Wimpy. Nice butterfly. Yeah, Roy, I hope you're not drinking a beer every time we launch a three-pointer because you're going to be in the hospital with alcohol poisoning. Dave, he needs to do something that he ain't doing. He needs to do something different. I'm at a loss for words. I cannot believe our big men are launching threes left and right, and combined they're like 0 for what? 0 for 12? 0 for 13? Missed the free throw. Wemby with the forceful rebound. He took that rebound. Angry. Wemby with the ball right now. Over to Trey Jones. Back to Vassell for three. That's who should be shooting threes. Devin's out there right now, my friends, and he hits a big three. Vassell been the best player on the roster offensively so far in these two games. And Schengen just drives by the whole Spurs defense and departs like the Red Sea and gets the dunk. Spurs trying to get it back quick. And it's one more dunk. Alley-oop. Woo! How's that for a thunder dunk of justice? Alley-oop reverse dunk. Wow. Why don't we do a little more of that, Spurs fans? And Wemby tried to get the block on VanVleet on the other end. Couldn't quite get it. 93-90, but that was beautiful. And about damn time is right. Rockets by 3. 7:40 to go. Trey Jones will bring it up. Over to Vassell. Devin with the pick and roll. Wemby, make sure you're not moving, big man. Wemby will get it to McDermott for three. In and out burger. I don't hate that because he's been shooting a three well tonight. Doug, that is. But those still felt a little... We're taking a lot of threes. VanVleet for three. His three's no good. Wemby with the rebound. Get it to Vassell. Vassell bring it up for San Antonio. Dunk the likes. There you go. Dunk the likes. And make sure to subscribe and hit that bell. Wemby with the ball. Thinks about it. Three. Pulls it down. Back to Devin Vassell. Back over to Wemby. 11 on the shot clock. Wemby crossover dribble. And loses the ball. Schengen pokes it out. VanVleet going to go up the court. Very difficult layup and good. Wow. In traffic. And now Fred VanVleet kissing his 12-inch pythons. Doug, good evening to you. They're showing that Wemby reverse dunk. Alley-oop, jumps up with the reverse. I mean, when you're 7'7", or 7'4", that was beautiful. That was beautiful. 6 more likes for the 2-1-0 at San Antonio zip code. Fred VanVleet is finally happy and playing well. Was he not happy in Miami? Zach couldn't agree less. Wemby has 10 points, 7 boards. I kind of get why this team doesn't pass to him when he just turns it over. Well, he has had one thing I talked about on him on a video last week with you guys is he has had some issues with turnovers, and a big part of it is his height with the high dribble. He's easily getting pickpocketed by guards coming up from behind or forwards and just poking the ball out. That's been a bit of an issue. I'm sure he'll work on that as his career progresses. It's probably going to be an issue this year, though. I have no idea how many minutes he has. PLP, good evening to you. I didn't see that, Phil. Did he give up on the play? Did he Lucas Samanic that play? Did he totally sandwich that play? Going to share a channel link on my Facebook. Let's get some... Matt, I appreciate that. You know, I haven't said that tonight. You know, if you're... let some Spurs fans know this is a great place to hang out, to do watch parties and you know, hang out for the game, if you will. And sharing the streams on Twitter or Facebook, or if MySpace is still around, Instagram, TikTok. Is that all it from social medias? Think about them all. Yeah, timeout. We got a timeout right now. Ken, I mean, yes. Discord's also one. I got that scoop. Good evening to you. Anybody new? This is obviously a San Antonio Spurs channel, but everybody's welcome regardless who your team is. But we do a lot of live streams on the channel, watch parties, reactions, play-by-play, whatever you want to call it. We got the live scoreboard, got the player roster over here. I'll actually move that down just a little bit, just a smidge. Move it up a little bit. Yeah, it looks a little better. I got OCD when it comes to stuff like this. We also do Spurs videos and NBA videos throughout the season. If you're a metal guy, I'm a metal musician myself and do some sports metal songs. I've been a metal person since 1983 when I first heard Quiet Riot's Metal Health when I was 6 years old. The moment I heard that, I was hooked for life on metal and just will always be a metal person. As we're still in a commercial break, I've gone from glam metal to heavy metal to thrash metal to death metal, and we get back in the game. Wow, NBA Pass was showing a commercial as Wemby was fouled. It's on NBA League Pass. Bang your head is right, Doe. I do like System of a Down. So, classic NBA Pass coming back to the game, and a commercial, and it was Fred VanVleet on Wemby. So they finally tried to take advantage of a mismatch. I mean, my goodness, he's like 3 feet taller than VanVleet. Non-shooting foul. Spurs ball. Down 95-90. Trey Jones out. 3-point land. 6.5 minutes to go. Wemby getting double teamed without the ball. Jones going to drive in the paint. Get it out to Osman for 3. And Osman's looked good so far in the regular season. He texts out Jones. I'm going to scream. Thank you, Master Ian, and I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Osman looks good. Jabroni Smith Jr. for 3, though. And he's looked good, too, at times. Roy, I don't want to start a metal channel. I had it up before, and it was just too hard running 2 channels at once. I just don't have the time. Wemby in the post right now. Goes around Jabari Smith Jr. Boom, shakalaka. That's what I want to see. And 1. Thunder dunk of Wemby. Looks like he's getting angry out there. He's hulking up. Drives on Smith and then throws down the jam and 1. That's what we need. Some nasty from Victor. But anyway, Roy, I just rather have the music on here, and the music will just strictly be sports-related music, which I'd rather do anyway. I had started doing a few political songs on the channel previously. I was like, I don't want to sing about this stuff anymore. I just want happy music that's for everybody. The next song will be the New York Giants suck song. Because they do. I'm a Giants fan. Wemmy's free throw. 2-point game. This has been a great game. Whoops. I must have forgot to put the score up. I got all excited. He took Jones out. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm easy. Sohan is back in. Jabari Smith Jr. for 3 again. No good. Sohan with the rebound. Let's take that lead back, Spurs fans. I think Wemby has 15 points now. I'm not 100% sure. Osman is going to take a 3. Little short. No good. Rockets ball. Jalen Green with it. Brings it up the court. 5.5 minutes to go. 2-point lead for Houston. 98-96. They get it to Schengen. Schengen's going to drive. Gets rejected by Wemby. Or Schengen. I always say his name wrong. I'm sorry. Block for Wemby. Is Wemby checking out? Wemby's checking out. Probably a quick breather for the close. Oh, no. We have a timeout. Timeout. The fans love one. Yes. Carlos. Yes. Şengün block. Wemby just stuck his hand out. No, no, no. Fun game, my friends. Fun game. We're in a timeout. And if you are new to the channel, this is a great place to hang out for San Antonio Spurs live streams, but also Spurs content and some other NBA content. And if you haven't done so, if you could like and subscribe. And if you're not sure what the thumbs up looks like, Greg Popovich will let you know. And if you ain't done all that, we got 2 words for you, right, Spurs fans? Sucker! Or you'll get chucked. Anyway, as always. Let's have a little fun there with everything. No, timeout. Timeout, Terry. I thought Wemby was going to the bench. It's a timeout. You think Wemby among the great players in a few years? Ahmad, I hope so. In 3 years from now, if he's a top 5 player in the NBA, then things are going to be going very well for our San Antonio Spurs. Carlos, he'd have to play long enough. I believe Hakeem Olajuwon's #1 all-time block leader. If he plays 15 years, he stays healthy, very possible. I've been metalhead since 7. After hearing Judas Priest, Defenders of the Faith. Judas Priest. One of the all-time greats in metal. New wave of British heavy metal. Hoping for a Wemby takeover. Melissa, good evening to you. Tyler Hero has done well for my fantasy team. Need Wemby to take over and get me more points too. Wemby, do we have 400 viewers? Yes, 400 is very good for our channel. If you keep hitting the thumbs up, sharing the stream, interacting with the chat, maybe we can get to 500 before the night is over. But yes, 400, especially on a Friday night, is very good for this channel because usually Friday nights are tough because, well, it's Friday night. So usually Friday nights we have like about 150 viewers tops. So yes, 400 is very good. I think he'll get more than 25 minutes a game, Boudet. He's just got to stay out of foul trouble. Spurs need Miles Turner. Hey, Rich, if you were a billionaire, what team would you buy if you could be in any sport? No, I do not. I'm in the more central Connecticut, Lance. Hartford area. Not in Hartford, but one of the towns surrounding it. Coyote out on the court right now doing his thing. If I could buy a sports team, I mean, I probably would buy the Spurs. Or the Giants. It'd be one of the two. I feel like the Spurs are in good hands, so I probably would leave them alone and buy the Giants to try to fix a mess up in there in New York or New Jersey. This possession is, Victor is on the bench at the moment. It is Houston ball. He's getting a quick breather. I did see the Spurs opener was the most watched opener since 2012. I know I was the second most watched opener of all time. Dave Martinez with a $2 super chat. Thank you very much. Says for the Wemby block. He's powerful, but I don't know. Team's terrible. Still Houston ball, and that's a difficult shot and bucket. Rockets up by 4. 5 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Jeremy Sohan will bring it up for the Spurs. Sohan will drop it up to Kellen Johnson. Johnson on three-point line gets a pick and roll with Collins and passes it right into the hands of a Rocket. Fast break for Amen Thompson, and he throws down the dunk. Terrible pass by Kellen. Oh boy, the trade Kellen talk's going to come out again tomorrow after that one. I just know it. I just feel it. 102-96. The Spurs keep clawing back, and then the Rockets keep pushing that lead back to 5 to 7 points. Devin Self right now gets it over to Osman. Back to Devin. We have 8 on the shot clock. Devin going to start to drive. He's on one with Şengün. Starts to drive into the paint. Tough shot. Misses. Going to get fouled. Why not Jack with a $2 super chat? Thank you very much, says, for the W. There it is. We might have to trade KJ. There we go. Appreciate it. Philly's probably getting a little break right now. I gotta think Wemmy's gonna come back in probably in a minute. Hopefully, we have another timeout, so he's getting another rest. We are not tanking. And TJ, we do have a big team. When you look at our lineup from top to bottom, from 5 to 1, 6'11", 7'4". Depending on who you ask, it seems debatable, but both Devin and Keldon appear to be 6'5", and then Sohan is 6'9", 6'8", 6'9". So we have a big lineup. But my goodness, no, we can't grab rebounds. And see, if Wemby gets 5 more points, I'd be on with that. How about 10 more points? Get KJ off the floor and put Jones on the floor. No one is going. Wait, you're Carlos Cheater again. We are going to hear a lot this season. We're going to hear Wemby's a bust. We're going to hear trade Kelman. We're going to hear fire pop. It's going to be a roller coaster of emotions. And then when the team wins, everybody will love them. And then when they lose, it's going to be rough. But you know what? Just be ready for it. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm not going to let it get to me. I know this is going to be not a championship contending year. This is going to be a developmental year. And Wemby's going to have good games. He's going to have bad games, just like the rest of the Spurs. We're going to be competitive in a lot of games, like we were against the Mavericks. We're competitive tonight, but we might just fall a little bit short. We'll see. Uraj, better late than never. You're just stopping in. Thank you very much for being here. Hey, whenever Wemby gets into any sort of momentum, he gets taken out. Bude? That was classic. You know what? We used to talk about that on the channel a lot. About whoever was getting hot for the Spurs would get pulled out by Pop. Right, Maji? I don't. Dylan Brooks getting no love on this channel from anybody. Apollo thinks it's a 3-year training arc. What were they reviewing, by the way? Were they checking for a flagrant? Trade Wemby for a 3rd round pick while we can. Dylan, you know there's no 3rd round in the NBA draft, right? So that's a uber troll. No, people will say Wemby's a bust. We've already seen it. Honestly, we'll put Trey Jones over KJ in the starting lineup. Rocket Jones, thank you. Some people have talked about Kelly coming off the bench and being a spark plug. He was asked about coming off the bench, and he seemed like he'd be okay with it. Yeah, I remember when Marco was on fire. Pop just said a lot of players. DeJounte Murray would be having a big first half when he was with us. He'd get pulled out. It was definitely a thing. Devin Lascelles at the line. 2 shots. Karen, good evening to you. Allez les Spurs. Yes, Moose says something. I think Wemby will come back in before the game is over. Probably around the 3.5 minute mark. I think he's just getting a little break right now. Trust the process. Both free throws good. I got a Keldon Johnson jersey on my wall. Well, clearly I like him. Vassell at 19 points tonight. 4-4 from the line. Should hopefully get to 20 before the night's over. Fred VanVleet right now guarded by Sohan. 102-98, 4 minutes, and, well, wait for it. Smoke him if you got him. VanVleet just going to take a long 3 and air ball. A save by Jarice Smith Jr. flying out of bounds. The Spurs have a 5-on-4 if they can push the pace, push the Bacani. They'll get it to Osman to Collins to Sohan. Fire dunk of Sohan! Sohan, a destroyer with another dunk, and he has been dunking a lot more tonight, which I'd like to see from him because that's the highest percentage shot in basketball. And Sohan just flopped on the floor. I don't know what happened, and now we're going to have a whistle. And this might be a blocking foul on Collins, and it is. Spurs are in the bonus, and the Rockets are on their way there. Derek White with the team. A lot of contact on Sohan's dunk. Now down the other end, Şengün just runs over Zach Collins, but he was in an area you can't be in, so they're going to call a foul on that. And he's at the line for 2. Very close game. Whoop, my clock is running. I will fix that right now. Because we can't have that. Missed the first free throw. All right, let's fix that. I'm sorry about that. I don't mind if my clock's like 1 or 2 seconds ahead or behind, but I can't have it be like half a minute off. Şengün at the line for one more. 102-100. 3:51 to go. Spurs and Rockets fans alike. Made the third free throw. Sorry, second free throw to get to 106. Oh my gosh. Wemby is still not in. I think he's going to come in probably around the 10-minute mark. 10-minute mark. Gosh, I can't talk. The 3-minute mark. My apologies. My brain's running a mile a minute right now. I'm focused on the endeavor solid 3-point lane, 103-100. Both teams in the bonus facility going to take off into the paint. Throws it up and just misses. Going to get fouled. Going to go to the line for 2. I'm hoping Wemby comes in now, Jay. I watched a full ad. Well, thank you, Yatsursky, because you're my friend. Appreciate that. Next Spurs game is going to be Sunday night against the Clippers. I believe it's 9 p.m. Eastern. Spurs against former teammates Kawhi Leonard, and Joshua Primo is now on the Clippers as well. I don't think he'll be playing, but who the heck knows. If you'd like to hang out with us during Spurs games, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We have a wonderful Spurs community, and everybody's welcome. Without free throw is good. This is a good game. Is Wemby not coming back in? He's not. Get Wemby back in. Get him out there. You're your number 1 draft pick. Get him in there at the end of games. Devin made them both. Come on. Pop, put Wemby in. Let's get a petition going. Off next 2.0. Thank you for stopping in. Rockets ball. Defense chance getting loud in San Antonio. Sengun with the ball. Collins has had no answer for him tonight. They're going to double team him. They'll get out to Jabari Smith Jr. He'll drive in the paint. Oh, my goodness. And just throws down a vicious one-handed dunk. Timeout San Antonio. And I think Wemby's going to come in after this timeout. Yep, Flexer's just waiting on the timeout. This is not on NBA TV, Apollo. This is on NBA League Pass. Or if you're in San Antonio, probably one of their local channels. Primo's in the... Yes, Joshua Primo is in LA with number 2. KK, you might be right. The Spurs play the Clippers in San Antonio. Would have been there for us, sure, on Sunday. Yeah, but it's in LA, Butterfly. I'm pretty sure it's in LA. Oh, that's right, Jagan. I forgot he's on the 4-game suspension. He's not going to play. I need 6 points from Envy. Who? Capalot. From anybody or just... I don't know. Collins is stuck in the mud. I think OKJ will stay until the end, DB. Pop, they put him in late against the Mavericks. I want to see Wemby posterize Kawhi Leonard. That would be fantastic. 105-102. A little over 3 minutes to go. In a timeout right now. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I totally forgot Primo had the 4-game suspension. I think Wemby is coming. Showing him on the... I think Wemby's coming on the court. Wemby should close the game. If you're going to have your number 1 draft pick be the future, then he's going to have to learn how to close games. We're almost at 250 thumbs up, my friends. Can we get 250 before the stream is over? Wemby's in there, my friends. Wemby is in there. Hit that thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe and like. Thank you very much. Back to the game. Devin Sell going to drive. Pull up mid-range jumper. Man, Devin looks good this season. Devin just does one of these, like, you can't guard me. I like it. A little confidence and trash talk, but he has looked great in the preseason and the regular season. Speaking of unguardable, Sengun drives, gets it out to Smith, over to Jalen Green, wheel around to everybody's favorite, Dylan Brooks. Brooks going to drive in the paint, gets the layup. Somebody just needs to clothesline Dylan Brooks. 107-104, 2.5 minutes to go. Brooks with 15 points tonight. He's actually had a good game despite all the smack being talked in the chat about him. He's having a solid game. Vassell out in 3-point land, 8 on the shot clock. Looking for a pick and roll. Nope, just going to take off against Brooks. Tough jumper, air ball. I don't know if I like that play. And Smith is going to try to dunk it and gets blocked by Wemby, and it's blocked again! Double blocked by Wemby! No. Kelvin going to drive into the paint and misses a shot. Draws a lot of contact. Gets fouled, going to go to the line for 2. Wemby with the block, and then another block. That's something we did not have at all last year. They're going to show the replay. Jabari Smith Jr. going in. Wemby jumps up. Gets the block on the dunk, mind you. Smith gets the ball back. Goes to put the ball back in after his dunk gets rejected. And Wemby comes up and says, "Get that crap out of here," for a second block. Were there 3 blocks in 20 seconds? Kokushubo. Wemby with 13 points, 3 blocks, and a steal. We have a technical free throw. for Devasel can cut the lead to 2, and then 2 free throws counted for Kelvin can tie it. He does deserve a stone cold stunner. Woo! ABC, you're probably right. You're probably right about that. You know what? Let's get this up here for our Spurs fans. Rockets fans, thank you for being here, though. And fans of just NBA or hanging out on live streams, thank you for being here tonight, too. And Dave Martinez with $2 super chat for another Wemby buck. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Appreciate you. Keldon missed the first free throw. Come on. Keldon, make a free throw. Wemby does not have a double-double, Mike. I don't believe so. Made the second one. 1 point game, though. This is a good game, my friends. Coming down right to the wire. Fred VanVleet will bring up for the Rockets 107-106. Both teams in the bonus. Spurs have 3 timeouts. The Rockets have 2. Şengün with the ball right now. He's been unstoppable tonight. Drives on Zach Collins. A jump hook. Good. Zach has not had any answer for that at all. He just drives, puts his head down, stops, pops. He's got 21 points and 13 boards tonight. Zach Collins almost turns the ball over and traveled. He did. Not a good night for Zach. Spurs better than last year? I mean, I think they will be. I'd be fine with OT tonight, Zach. It's a Friday night. I'm off this weekend. I would love to see overtime. These are the type of games I don't mind overtime. It's when it's a work night and it's like midnight and they go into overtime. Spurs need to stop. Şengün with the ball. Drives on Zach. Offensive foul. Woo! I got nervous there. The court right there, my friends. Everybody that's on the court is right here. I like to put this up for you guys so you know exactly he's on the court at all times. Wemby is on the court, though, to answer your question if you are just listening and not watching. Collins has been a liability tonight, TG. He has not had his best game with the Spurs. This is one of his worst games, shooting-wise. Trey Jones has checked back in, which means Sohan's probably out. Yes, so Pop trusting in Trey to close the game. And it is the Clippers and Spurs next Sunday at 9 o'clock. Trey to get it to Wemby. Wemby would have passed into Collins. Collins going to lose the ball. It's going to be Spurs ball. 9 on the shot clock. Thank you, JMB. I will say, hello, Miss TSR Sports. I'm sure you're listening. Spurs will get the ball on the Wemby. 7 on the shot clock. Wemby, a little shoulder shake, drives, throws it up. No good. He does get fouled, going to the line for 2. Blake Wesley's not coming in. Count Jedi, it's been a hot minute. Hopefully you're doing well. The artist formerly known as Last Jedi. S. Tasha Luna, thank you from Texas. Thank you for being here. Jose, good evening to you. Good evening to anybody that I missed your names in the chat. I'm sorry I've been watching the game with it coming down to the wire. I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. Thank you so much for being here. We have a wonderful San Antonio Spurs community and just a wonderful channel in general, to be honest. Love our community we have here, so if you're enjoying hanging out, make sure you hit the like and subscribe, and hope to see you next time. Kawhi Leonard is going off against his old team. That's always fun. I really hope Wemby posterizes the crap out of him. I really do. I don't want to see Kawhi get hurt, for the record. I just want to see him get posterized. Wemby makes both free throws. I think he has 17 now. I'm not 100% sure. He's got 15 points, but 7 this quarter. So, you know what? He had a rough game against the Mavericks. Was struggling tonight, but he's coming up in the fourth quarter, and that's when you want your guys to step up big. Fred VanVleet will get over Jalen Green. Green to Şengün. The Spurs had so many issues stopping Şengün. He's going to drive. Same thing, the little jump hook. No good. Ball's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Rockets. They had gotten the offensive rebound. The Spurs knock it out of bounds. Left 14 on the shot clock. 109, 108, 45 seconds to go. Also like to see him block him a lot. Yes, absolutely. Ryan, I'm 100% on board with the Let's Go Wemby. Well, Let's Go Spurs. I'm a Spurs fan first. Little backdoor layup by Dylan Brooks on the inbound pass. Spurs down by 3. Obviously going to try to 2-for-1 here. Jones way on three-point line. Calling for Zach Collins on a pick and roll. Gets it over to Kelvin. A whistle. This is going to be a defensive foul on Şengün, so it's going to be 2 free throws for the Spurs. Not impressed by Wemby. He's a big giraffe. Sohan's on the bench. Pop is trusting in Trey Jones to close the game. That says something. You know what? I'll say this. I'm for the big starting lineup, but if you trust Trey Jones to close the game over Jeremy Sohan, then you should probably trust Trey Jones to start the game. Zach Collins is at the line for 2. First free throw is good. Just saying. I'm just saying. I agree, Stephanie. Come on, Spurs is right. Zach with 5 points, 8 assists. Zach does have 8 assists, 6 boards, and 3 steals, but the shooting has been bad, and he just missed a free throw. And a foul on Johnson on the rebound, saying he pushed off. Count Judd, let me use my magic for us to win. Please. Yeah, he pushed off. He did. I mean, that's today's NBA. It's going to get called. It's going to get called, Butterfly. It's going to get called. It's 2 free throws for the Rockets now. Jabroni Smith Jr. at the line for 2. They're going to call that. And he missed the first one. The ball don't lie. If Zach wasn't shooting threes, he'd be 2 of 3 from the floor. Yeah, the 3-point shooting has been abysmal for our big men tonight. Zach Collins and Victor Wembanyama taking a lot of threes and missing every freaking one of them, I believe. Paul, they're not trading KJ. I know he's made some mistakes here and there. He's still, I think, a very good player for us. Is he the guy? He missed them both. Wemby with the rebound. Spurs got to get moving. Rockets are only 10 of 20 from the line tonight. Spurs are 16 of 19. The Rockets have sucked from the line. They're going to get the ball to Wemby. Wemby's going to drive. Goes baseline. The tough shot is in. Wemby tied the game. Come on. Timeout, Rockets. Wemby stepping up big when the team needs him the most, Spurs fans. Come on. That's what you want to see from your guy. The 19-year-old is putting it on his shoulders in the fourth quarter. That's what you want to see, my friends. That's what you want to see. He does have the dog in him. He does. Ice in his veins. Did you say who that was, Manu? Oh, they're showing the Manu Ginobili play where he blocked who's Manu Ginobili? A Hall of Famer? One of the greatest 6 men in the history of the NBA? We have 700 people in here? Do we really? No. Wow, we do. Thank you all for stopping in. Can we get the 300 thumbs up? This is actually the largest Spurs crowd we've had in a long time. So thank you very much for all stopping in. This is a Spurs channel. I'll be live. We as a channel will be live for probably every Spurs game minus maybe about 4. Ideally, I'd like to call all 82 with you guys. I don't know if we can make that happen, but if we can, so be it. We called every Summer League game, every preseason game, and we're certainly going to try to be live for every regular season game, as many as possible. Somebody did ask who Mano was. They did. Thank you, pause moderator. I appreciate that. You know, for anybody that's new here, I do this because I love the San Antonio Spurs. Look around the channel. There's no memberships. There's no sponsorships. We do this because we love hanging out and talking about our Spurs. That's it. Do this because I love the team. That's the way it should be, I think, for all YouTube channels. But a lot of them turn into a business. I get it. But when it's obviously business sometime, whatever. Who cares? To the game. 111-111. Rockets ball. Both teams in the bonus. Fred VanVleet with the bar right now. 3-point lane. Gets it in Shingo. Shingo to kick it out for 3. That's no good. Spurs rebound. Wemby gets tied up on the rebound. We're going to have a jump ball with 1.9 seconds left. We might be going to overtime on a Friday night, my friends. Overtime. We have a timeout. I was surprised the Spurs couldn't get a timeout off here. This is my good luck Grogi. Brooks and Wemby going to do the jump ball, so Wemby should get this one, but there might not be enough time to call a timeout and get a... Trey Jones is already saying we were calling timeout. And they're calling a timeout. Timeout, my friends. Timeout. I'm all for overtime here on a Friday night. Heck yeah. Yes, Baby Yoda appearance. He's watching the game right here. He's on the couch. I also have some classics from back in the day over here. Let me bring. You guys have not seen this one in a while. Who are you? Go Spurs, go. Yes, I'm a 46-year-old that I'm a kid at heart. What can I say? Wemby going to hit a 3 for the win. I will go nuts if Wemby hits a 3 for the win, but that's not really the shot I'm looking for him to take. Victor has missed all of his three-point shot attempts tonight. Ideally, the Spurs won the jump ball and then call a timeout with a second left, and then you got to try, if you get the ball and get a timeout and have a second left, you got to try an alley-oop to Victor, right? I mean, that's got to be the play call, I would think. Both teams are in the bonus, though, so you got to be careful with an end-of-the-game foul that could cost you said game. But this has been a fantastic game. I've been having a lot of fun hanging out with you guys tonight, whether you've been trolling me or cheering, whatever it is. It's been great. Wemby, 17 points, 8 rebounds, 3 blocks, and a steal, and it's come up huge in the fourth quarter, which gives me confidence this guy's going to be special as he adjusts to the NBA game. Seeing a 19-year-old take the team on his shoulders in the fourth quarter, those are good vibes, Spurs fans. Those are good vibes right there. Brooks versus Wemby. Wemby looks almost a foot taller than Dylan Brooks. Here's our jump ball, my friends. Refs are really yelling at the players to be set. Wemby easily wins it, and Sohan gets the ball. They can't get the time off. Overtime! Overtime! I look like a day over 42. I'll take that as a compliment. I'm 46, so whatever. First overtime game of the year for TSR Sports and Family. I'll take it. It'll be a 5-minute overtime. So I'm going to have to fix my clock. Thank you all for the hearts in the chat. Fudge. That's definitely not right. Let me fix that. 5 double O. All right, we're in a bit of a timeout. I'll talk to the chat for a moment. I noticed we got a great crowd tonight. I'm not from Texas, Mr. Bombastic. I am from Western Massachusetts. Grew up in a New York household, New York Giants fan, New York Yankees fan. Discovered Mr. Robinson, and he was my gateway to becoming a Spurs fan. Go Spurs, go to everybody stopping in. Rockets fans, truly appreciate you being here too, because you guys are also helping the channel, and you're an important part of the crowd tonight. So thank you, Rockets fans. And then for people that aren't a fan of either team just hanging out, thank you as well. This has been a fun game. Fun game. Jax, unfortunately, I'm a Giants fan. They are been terrible. Cole says, I'm your neighbor. I see you all the time. Cole, do you see me in Connecticut? I mean, if you do, say hi. I know, Don, we do have overtime. By the way, the next Spurs game is Sunday night, 9 o'clock versus the Clippers, going against old nemesis Kawhi Leonard. We'll be live at 9 o'clock Eastern time. If you want to hang out with us for the game, we'd love to see you. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, and while you're there, smack the like too. What does the like look like? Well, like kind of looks like this. And if you ain't down with the Spurs, we got this for you. That's right, a little Chuck Norris. Little Chucky for you. Who can't read you, Carlos? We are working overtime, Count Jedi. We are doing overtime. You are the best. Thank you. I will never say I'm the best YouTuber. You guys say it sometimes, and I appreciate that. I think what really draws folks to the channel is not just being a Spurs fan. I truly try to be as honest with you guys as possible, be humble, and I think it's obvious I'm not doing this for the money, because there's nothing on here besides Google ads, and I keep super chats on because sometimes you guys like to donate to the channel. I don't want to take that ability away from you if you want to see a comment highlighted, etc. But I really love the Spurs community. I love just the YouTube community, even the trolls. Like everybody I've met here, and people I've met in person. I went to Texas last year. You guys have all been cool, and I'm just thankful that I discovered this community and I'm part of it. And I've been to 3 Spurs games. I went to 2 Spurs games last December. Spurs 1-5 record in overtime last year. Did I see that right? Rockets win the jump ball. And once again, away we go. It is Rockets ball. Jalen Green out there in three-point land. Gets covered up by Kelman. They're going to get it to Jabari Smith Jr. Jabari with the jumper over Victor. Misses a shot. Schengen with another offensive board. 10 on the shot clock for Schengen. He's in the paint. And deflected by Wemby. That's a turnover for the Rockets. Wemby sprinting up the court, and they throw the ball too far ahead of him. He's saying he was held in transition. And I think they're going to call... Are they going to call a foul on the Rockets? Let's see if he was held. Dylan Brooks held him. You dirty SOB. Count on Dylan Brooks for the foul. He did grab him. He actually did grab Wemby on the fast break. If you only knew the power of the dark side. And kids are doing impressions too. Do you think I give him a clear path? They're reviewing it right now. That might be. I don't know. That's definitely a foul. The question is, are they going to give it a clear pass? I don't think so. Wemby was running the fast break, and Brooks grabbed him. Let me see if Wemby was ahead. There were Rockets ahead of Wemby. But Wemby had a clear pass to the rim. I don't know what the ruling is on that, to be transparent. Wemby has a clear pass to the rim in the paint, but there are two Rockets players ahead of him on the break. Common foul. Okay, so they said what I just said. There were two defenders ahead of Wemby on the play, so it is not a clear path foul. I assume that's how the rule will be interpreted. It can't be a clear path. Even if he literally had a clear pass to the basket, my friends, he's got defenders to his left and right that are physically ahead of him, and that's therefore, ergo, it is not a clear path foul. This is a home game. This is in San Antonio. 4.5 minutes to go, and it's been an awesome fun. It's been fun. That's what I thought. You ought to be in front of the defense. Selena is here tonight too, as usual, hanging out with us. I think she's a Spurs fan again. I don't know. Is Giannis better than Wemby? Well, we can't compare an MVP and NBA champion to a rookie. That's not fair. Hopefully one day we'll be talking about Wemby being better than Giannis, but for the moment, Giannis, of course, is ahead of Wemby. Keldon with the bar right now, drives in the paint, throws it up, tough shot, no good, gets his own miss, goes out of bounds, and it'll stay Spurs ball. Schengen is a beast, and we could have had him, AA. The Spurs could have drafted him. They drafted Primo over him. That one hurts. That one hurts. I could go for Chalupa. But how about that on the inbound pass? Was that Wemby for three? Or Wemby for two, excuse me. That was a far shot. But anyway, Spurs up 113-111 on the jumper. I was looking at the chat sheet and looking at the team. I need to focus. This is overtime. I need to be locked in. Schengen with the ball right now. 1-on-1 with Zach Collins. Drives. Gets double teamed. That passes the ball to Trey Jones. Jones with the interception. Gets it to Keldon coming in the paint. Johnson throws it down. I think we're going to have a timeout. And we are. The team is fired up. It's all right. I just heard Sean Elliott say that was scary. Wait, Keldon just dunked that. Spurs up by 4. I want to see the replay on that. They're showing Wemmy's pull-up jumper on the inbound pass from Trey Jones, which gave us the 113-111 lead. But I want to see the fast break for Keldon. Congratulations to Mario. Trey Jones with a beautiful bounce to Keldon. And he went into that thing angry, too. You could see him going in like, hulking up. I think we are one player away. The team developing. This is Wemby's rookie year. But I really think maybe as soon as next year we're going to be a playoff team here. Wemby's fired up. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, you didn't know? Wait, 3 more like 330. Butterfly, I didn't know we hit 300. Okay. That's cool. What a fun game tonight. Appreciate y'all being here. And, man, I love it. This has been fun. Keldon with 18 points on 7 of 13 shooting. The Hawks can lose the rest of the decade, easy, and I'll be happy. Playoffs? You want to talk about playoffs? We got to win the game first, there. If we get the 400 thumbs up, that would be great. Giddy up, 409. Zach, I think so. They do have more fight. At least for now. It's early. I hope so, Nate Mack. I hope so. The Spurs have only been a losing team since we started TSR Sports in 2019, so it'd be really nice to have them, offensive foul! Spurs ball, baby! You might be right, Bude. The team is playing better with Trey at point right now. There's Bill Ann, Sean Elliott, and Rich. Best in the business. I would love if they turned that into a three-person broadcasting team and put me on there. Believe me. Yeah, you do, Mario. Schengen with 21 points in his 4th foul. It is Spurs ball, up by 4. Dema Sound, 3-point lane. Carnal for pick and roll with Zach Collins. Gets the pick, gets the roll, takes the 3. Front rim, no good. Jalen Green with the rebound. 115-111, 3:20 to go. Dylan Brooks going to drive and loses the ball. Turnover on Dylan Brooks. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Calling it like I see it. Spurs with 0 turnovers so far in overtime. The Rockets with 4. Hope I didn't just jinx the Spurs by saying that, but they put the stat up. Devin Vassell, the ball gets into the paint. Alley-oop to Zach Collins, and we are up by 6. Spurs looking good in overtime right now. And now Devin Vassell pokes the ball out of bounds. Was hoping to get a fast break, but couldn't keep the ball in bounds. Whew. TSR, the Spurs room? Sure. Finally, Zach doing something. And Zach's biggest weakness tonight has been shooting the 3. He's missed all 3-point shots. If you take most of those 3-point shots away, he's having an okay night. Now, granted, he's not been able to stop Şengün at all defensively for the most part. But yeah, I mean, Şengün's a good player. Fred VanVleet, speaking of which, gets to Şengün. Şengün in the paint, throws up the layup, and it's good. So just as we were talking about, and it's like Zach has actually been in good position at times. Şengün's just been not much better. His shots are going in. 117, 113, 2.5 minutes ago in overtime. Trey Jones way out on three-point land. Looking for a pick and roll with Kellen Johnson. Gets a pick, gets a roll, passes across court to an open Devin Vassell. Shots a bit off. Fight for the board, and Kellen will get the offensive rebound. The ball's going to get knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the San Antonio Spurs. Rockets are predictable, John. On a scale of 1 to 10, how's our performance tonight? I like the fight in the team tonight. I'd give it like a 9. Şengün is playing. He looks really good. I forgot how good he is offensively. Spurs ball, 12 on the shot clock. They'll get it to Zach Collins. Collins, nice bounce back to Devin. Devin's going to take it into the paint. Missed shot. Foul going to the line for 2. All right, 2 free throws. Hey, Patrick with a $5 super chat. He says, I appreciate the live stream. I'm not able to watch the game since I'm at work, so I really need the play-by-play and commentary. Thank you very much for the super chat. I love calling these games with you guys, getting your thoughts on the team. And I know the Spurs fans, the Spurs community is probably more excited. Well, it definitely is more excited about the team than it ever has been since we started the channel in April of 2019. And I'm so glad to be a part of it. And we'll see what happens. Devin's first free throw is good. 5-point game. My eyeballs are getting a little tired, so this chat's getting a little blurry. I might have to put some eye drops in. Maybe on the next stoppage. Vassell at 25 points tonight, by the way. Devin's going to average more than 20 points per game this year, Spurs fans. I really think he's going to. He's ready to take that top scoring mantle. He missed a free throw. Wemby with the huge shot follow-up. The miss, it bounced around a few times, and Wemby throws down another thunder. Dunk of Wemby. Oh, they took it away. What just happened? Oh, they're saying goaltending maybe? They're going to review it. Let's hold on. Sean Elliott's saying that's not goaltending, but they're going to review it. That is so close. I don't know. Top is looking at the... I don't know if they're going to review it or not. They're calling interference. If they're reviewing it, get the light glasses. I wear contacts. There, we're good. I'm sure y'all couldn't wait to tune in to see somebody putting eye drops in their eyes. 118, 113, they're reviewing the play, and my clock was running during all that, so I got to fix my clock. My clock is way ahead. My apologies, my friends. It's 2:09 remaining. 118, 113, reviewing the Victor Wembanyama dunk to see if it was basket interference. Honestly, that is really close. The camera angle I saw, it looks like it may have been basket interference. You could go either way on that call. How many blocks does Wemby have? He has, I think, 3 blocks tonight, but he had like all of them like in one short span, like within a minute or two. Waiting on the call. We're waiting on it. I'm going to turn it up a little when they finally give us a call. Spurs up by 5, though, with 2 minutes to go, and the Spurs just playing extremely well at the end of the fourth quarter, which we haven't seen much this year. And more importantly, playing well in overtime. Very happy to see it. Seeing Wemby fired up, too, just really... Tommy, it does feel like it's too close to call. And I'm sorry if I'm missing some new folks in the chat tonight. There's a pretty good crowd in here. It's kind of hard to see everybody, so I just want to thank you all for hanging out. If you're a Spurs fan and you haven't hit that subscribe button, I don't know why I haven't hit it yet. We have an awesome Spurs community, and we're going to be live for almost every Spurs game this season. And this has been just a great way to spend a Friday night. My girlfriend probably would not agree with that, but it's been a great way to spend a Friday night. Victor's playing Vincent. We got the lineups right here. Right to my, your right, my left. Players on the court for the Spurs, players on the court for the Rockets. The refs are still reviewing this, so it's really that close, Spurs and Rockets fans, to call. I don't know which way it's going to go. As a Spurs fan, I hope we get the call, but I understand if we don't. One more like for 360. Maybe we can get to 400 thumbs up, Butterfly. Can we get to 400 before the night's over? Oh, we're going to get the call right now. Basket interference. He upheld it. Basket interference. Yes, Sirski, there is a missed TSR. Fans don't like it. I honestly, that could have just went either way. It was so freaking close. It looks like it might be... The ball looks like it's slightly off of the rim, but then where Victor's putting it when he moves it, that is really hard. Home court advantage. Give us a call. Right. 5-point game. 2 minutes remaining. Van Fleet with the pick and roll. Gets it to Şengün. Şengün goes in for... Oh, he just posterized Zach Collins. No, he didn't. Yes, he did. Oh, he did. Zach Collins just ate that one for breakfast. Wemby with the ball. Try to get Wemby with the alley-oop. Wemby with a little jumper. No good. And a late whistle. Wemby going to line for 2. I'd like to see Timmy come back to coach. I don't think he's going to. Vincent, you're welcome. Zach having a rough night defensively. That's a poster. That's a posterize on Zach. I'm sorry. He just got done dirty. Yes, he is Luke. But you know what? Spur of the moment, Wemby is him. That's right. Wemby at the line for 2 free throws and hopefully makes them both. 2 shots. Made the first one. Wemby has 20 points now and 10 rebounds and 3 blocks. Some of you were asking if he got a double-double. He's got his first NBA double-double, 20 points and 10 boards. Made them both. 5-point game still. Both teams have 1 timeout remaining, 120, 115, 140 to go, 5-point game. Trey Jones on Fred VanVleet. VanVleet with the pick and roll. A long 3 by... Holy crap. VanVleet just launched a mile-long 3 and made it. He's got 24 points tonight. Earning that, what, $40 million contract the Rockets gave him? Spurs only up by 2 now after the 3-pointer. Kellen Johnson out 3-point land. Gets it into Zach Collins. 8 on the shot clock. Zach spins around into the paint. Layup is good. And foul. And 1. Boom. Zach having a rough night defensively, but coming up big there. Chet had 7 blocks tonight, Michelob. Damn. This is going down to the wire. Nice job, Zach. We've been giving you some crap tonight, but you know what? Came up big right there. But he missed the free throw. Just as I gave you a compliment, you blew it. 122, 118. Şengün going to drive in the paint on Zach. And the layup rolls off the rim. No good. Under a minute to go. Why not? Thank you for the $2 super chat. Boom. Thank you for what you do. Appreciate you. Thank you all for being here tonight. 48 seconds to go. Trey Jones with the bar now. Pull-up jumper by Trey. No good. Fight for the rebound. Fred VanVleet will get the rebound. 40 seconds to go. VanVleet will bring it up the court. VanVleet guarded by Trey Jones. I'm getting a little nervous, Spurs fans. We're up by 4, though. VanVleet for 3. No good. Wemby with the rebound. Spurs ball. Are we going to get our first win of the year? The Rockets aren't fouling. They finally foul. Devin Vassell, he's going to go to the line for 2 shots. Almost 900 people? Get out of here. Awesome. Whew. 2 shots? Whoops. I want to get the clock on the right time. There we go. Devin can almost ice the game with just one. Oh, why do I speak? Why do I speak? He missed the first free throw. Zach Collins is checking out. Jeremy Sochan's checking in. $122, 118. 21 seconds to go. Devin, one more free throw. Need this one. We need this one. He missed them both! And Kelnick flies in, and there's a ball off. It's off the Spurs. He missed them both. He missed them both. Oh, let's take a look at the replay. That's off. That's off Dylan Brooks. I think that was off Dylan Brooks. Timeout, 20 seconds to go, 122 to 118. Wemby should be the designated shooter. Thank you, Mr. Scott Trudge. Yep, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. And make sure you subscribe if you're a Spurs fan. This has been an absolutely fun night hanging out with you guys. Maybe a few more thumbs up, we'll get 1,000 in the chat. I don't know. Timeout right now. It looks like it's going to be Rockets ball. The ball went out of bounds. I think they're saying it's off Kelvin. It looked like it may have gone off Dylan Brooks. I'd want to see the replay one more time because both their hands were in the area. It's very close. I don't know if they're going to review it. Probably not. We'll see, but we're in a timeout right now. Wemby has 20. Wemby has his first ever NBA double-double. I believe he has 20 points and 10 rebounds and also 3 blocks. You can't spell victory without Victor. NBA, take notice. The Spurs are here. We should have beat the Mavericks, Roy. We really should have. 400 thumbs up. Yeah, I'm surprised Vassell missed both of those. He had been clutch all night. I don't want to say he looked scared going to the line, but he could have also felt a lot of pressure to make both free throws. And it is Rockets ball. I think they're going to have Sochan guard Şengün. Well, why not? Collins has been getting eaten for breakfast all night. Oh, no. That's a quick layup for the Rockets. I didn't even get to see who shot that, and they're going to try to foul. And we are going to get a foul. 2 free throws coming up. I think Jeremy got fouled. I don't know. I'm looking at my clock. I'm looking at my ceiling. The clock is up here, though. 14 seconds to go. Jeremy Sochan going to line. Mr. One-handed free throw himself. We need these free throws, Jeremy. Yes, it's going to be Hack of Sochan. Yes, Jeremy's shooting. This has been a dope stream. Thank you. Come on, Jeremy. Come on, Jeremy. I did not see. Is that tonight? Yes, Sochan. Not. That's why I was surprised he's in the game. Not our best free throw shooter, but you know what? Time to prove us wrong, Jeremy. Make them both. First one's in. Never been so excited for a free throw to go in. Make the second one. Come on, Jeremy. Come on, Jeremy. Use the shorts. It's up. And it rolled around and in. Woo, doggy. Made them both. Rockets ball. Jalen Green will bring it up, sprints up the court, takes the layup, and it's good. Spurs play no defense on that one. Keldon Johnson with the ball, gets it over to Wemby. Wemby back to Sochan. Sochan back to Keldon. Keldon's going to take it in, and Keldon Johnson's 1 second left. That's going to do it. The Spurs get their first win of the year, baby. Let's go, Spurs fans. Let's go. Wemby looked fantastic at the end of the game. That's what I'm talking about. I know the Rockets aren't a great team, but we'll take a win, and we closed the game out in overtime, something this team has struggled with all last year. They didn't close the game out against Dallas. They fought back tonight, took it to overtime, and closed the game out in OT when it was needed. This was amazing. I keep telling you guys this is going to be an absolutely fun year as a Spurs fan, and I still believe that. Counting Jedi's 40 now, apparently. Okay. I mean, if I wasn't alone tonight, I'll just leave it at that. Let's just leave it at that. Let me just say, Miss TSR Sports, if you were here right now, you would not be getting any sleep tonight. Oh my gosh, let's go ahead and look at the final game statistics. What a win for our Spurs. I'm happy. I'm going to go to bed happy tonight as a Spurs fan. Not as happy as I could be, but I'm going to go to bed happy. Can't even get the stats yet. No, there we go. Final in OT. The Spurs win. Oh, I got to change the score to final because the game is over and the Spurs have won their first game of the year. So I won't be able to see the chat for the moment, my friends, but let me pull up the stats. All right, for the Houston Rockets, Jabari Smith Jr. with 13 points, Dylan Brooks with 17, Sengun with 25 and 14 boards and 7 assists and 2 steals on a block. He had a great night. He did have 6 turnovers. I didn't realize he fouled out. He had 6 fouls, must have gotten knocked out near the end. Fred VanVleet with 24 points, 12 assists and 8 rebounds. Jalen Green with 22 points, 5 boards and 4 assists. So the Rockets starting lineup was cooking tonight. Off the bench, Jeff Green with 10, Amen Thompson with 4, Reggie Bullock Jr. with a donut, Jeff Tate with 3, and Boban Marjanovic with 4 for our San Antonio Spurs. Zach Collins with 9 points. He was 0 for 7 from the arc, so that what really makes his night look like doo-doo. The 7 3-point attempts missed. He did have 8 assists, 6 boards, and 4 steals. He did have 4 turnovers, so he had a very odd night to say the least. Jeremy Sohan with 14 points. Keldon Johnson with 20 points. Keldon actually had a pretty solid, efficient night. 8 of 14 from the field and 4 boards, 4 assists. Victor Wembanyama played 31 minutes tonight. He did finish 0 for 6 from beyond the arc, but from 2-pointers, he was 7 of 13. Finished with 21 points, 12 rebounds, 2 steals, and 3 blocks. Did have 4 turnovers, something he's working on. Demisel played 40 minutes, and he finished with 25 points. Off the bench, Doug McDermott with 8, and really came up big for us in the fourth quarter. Osman with 14. Bassie with nothing. Only played 7 minutes. Really worked himself out of the rotation in that game. Trey Jones, solid game. He only had 6 points, but he did have 6 rebounds, 8 assists, and 3 steals, and came up big for us at the end running the offense. And Malachi Branham went 9. Whew! That was a fun one, Spurs fans. That was a fun one. Rocket fans, I haven't said it yet. Good game, good game, good game. I want to make sure I didn't miss any super chats because I think I just saw one go by, and I think I did. Florida Final Boss, $2 super chat. Thank you very much, bro. Good game. Dylan was thrown. It was a good game. Rockets fans have nothing to be ashamed of. That was a really good game. That was a fun game. And yes, the Wemby haters probably going to be a little quiet on this one. Scott, happy birthday. His Spurs win. Wemby came up big at the end. That's what you want. Yes, he struggled in the first 3 quarters. He struggled in the game against the Mavericks with foul trouble. But he came up big in a short spurt in the fourth quarter against the Mavericks, and he came up absolutely huge tonight when we needed him the most. And I think this is going to be a fun team to watch. Again, I think we'll lose some close games here and there, but we're going to win a lot of games. So we're winning more than 27.5. Come on now. That's, I think, like the betting line is Spurs over under 27.5 wins. The number 1 draft pick is only good for about 5 or 6 wins over last year. ESPN had us written in for 27 wins. Come on, man. Go, Rich, go. Thank you, Peter. Thank you for stopping in. I don't know if the Spurs I don't want to get carried away and say the Spurs are winning 50 games. I don't want to go there, but I have them at 38-43. It will be. The Spurs are playing on Halloween. And yes, Gabriel, they're going to be very fun to watch. And Brian Wemby is doing well. If he can get a little more weight, he will. He's 19. We don't want him to rush putting the weight on. Too much weight on that frame too fast could, cause more injuries. He's going to slowly put the weight on. I think I already put on about 15 pounds since the summer league, so he'll slowly bulk up. But you don't want him to get too big, because if he gets too big, he might not be able to do the Wemby things that we see him do right now. And we had the triple-headed 20-point monster, by the way, tonight, which I just realized with ESPN or with the league pass graphic. Demisel 25, Wemby with 21, and Keldon Johnson with 20. So nice distribution between our starting guys there. We are making the playoffs, says Omar. 30 games max. Well, conspiracy, it was just Houston, but we held in there against Dallas. I'm saying 38. I'm going to go with my 38. Calvin, good evening. Congrats on the W. Many more to come. I hope so. And if you're on your way out, please hit the thumbs up on the way out. It does help the channel. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button on the way out as well while you're hitting thumbs up. Molly210, right, the $2 super chat says, go Spurs, go. Good night, all. You know what? Let's get another one of these up here. Rich will use Michael Myers for the Halloween game. Luke, that would be fun to do, but a Michael Myers mask is very warm, and I would not want to have to wear that for 2.5 hours. And you guys wouldn't be able to hear me as I'm wearing a mask. Go Spurs. I mean, you guys aren't going to want that, so I will not be wearing anything. Maybe I'll wear something, but not anything that, not anything that's going to prohibit you guys from understanding me while calling the game. But we will be live Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Kawhi Leonard and Joshua Primo, who's not playing because he's got suspended. Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers versus our San Antonio Spurs. We'd love to see you in the chat for that one, so make sure to subscribe on the way out. And man, the next... okay. I should. Luke, I should. Number 2, sorry. I should have Michael Myers with me. That's a good idea. You know? Not a bad idea. Having him as a co-host. I think he's been a co-host before. He should be a co-host again. We have enough people to get to 500 thumbs up before the night's over. Again, if you guys could hit it on the way out, would appreciate it. But I got to get up early tomorrow for a comic book warehouse thing. I'm getting up at 6 a.m. on a Saturday to go look at comics because, well, that's what I do. But it has been an absolutely fun night hanging out with you all, watching the game, having a water. And this was a blast. And we're going to have many more nights like this, and I can't wait to experience this with you all. Nobody I'd rather be watching these games with than you guys. Seriously, you guys just make these games fun. And that's all I got. So until next time, what you going to do when TSR Sports runs wild on you? Go Spurs, go!